Hello, everybody. It's me. It's Commodore Z. How's everyone doing tonight? I'm your tabletop RPG du jour. Welcome to Wraith. And hello, traveler. Welcome to the Shadowlands. Where the dead linger, the past is never silent, and memory cuts deeper than any blade. This is the place behind the veil where
Welcome, Zedekins.
you drift, chained by regret, pulled by passion, haunted by the echo of who you used to be. We tell stories here. Stories of wraiths, of souls too stubborn to fade, too broken to heal. They bargain, they fight, they remember, and sometimes they transcend. But make no mistake, this isn't the underworld you were promised. There is no rest here, only pressure, only longing, only the storm. So, settle in, light a candle, leave your name at the door, and join us forever after the end. How's everyone doing tonight? All right.
Good. How are you?
Guy?
Fantastic. We're going to take a quick moment before we get into introductions. I just want everyone to. We're going to go around and introduce ourselves. We're going to start with Nerdwire, and we're going to go counterclockwise. I want you to tell us a little bit about you as a player, then introduce your character, who they were in life, what kind of ghost they've become. Share one of their passions, something that still drives them, and one of their fetters, something or someone tying them to the world of the living. Can you do that?
Yeah, I can handle it.
Fantastic.
My name's Nerdwire Plays. I play a lot of games, mostly Nintendo and retro. Really, whenever I get the chance to be live. As of late, it's been a lot less than normal because life's busy and being sick sucks. So that's where I'm at. But beyond that, I am playing a character known as John Purple Barrowman. He was a comic book store owner for a good long time of his life. You know, the perpetual mess up, never found love, never found fortune, never did a whole lot of things, and then was taken out of this world, crushed under the presence of his passions. And speaking of passions, one of the things that I think really drives John Purple is his desire to protect the weak. He wants to be courageous. He wants to be a hero. He wants to be amazing, and that's something that absolutely does drive him. And then one of his fetters though is his personal collection of comics. And as of last week, found out that I might have, well, not myself personally, but John might have some stuff out here in the non-skin lands that I can go and try to find. So that's who I'm playing. That's his passions. That's his fetters.
Those are gonna be super collectible.
Yeah, he's super collectible. We're gonna collect so many things.
Yeah.
Clockwise, that brings us to Ian Wildwood, who's playing Dr.
Yo.
Oh, go for it, brother.
Yes. Yo. I am Dr. J. Call, and then sometimes it's actually my wife, Dr. Evelyn Hydehall. But we were scientists in the old Skinland days, and we were actually studying ghosts and whatnot. So we bought a spooky haunted mansion called Ravensong Manor, and we started studying in there. And there was an accident that killed us both. And I thought maybe it was my fault accident wise, but I recently had a vision happen to me in a lighthouse, and one of our passions, vengeance, has certainly become a key topic now for me, because I had a vision where some dang wraith or specter or something of the sorts might have actually killed us. So that's my new pursuit, is vengeance on whoever that may have been. But that also ties to some of my fetters, which is the manor itself to some degree. But even more so, we have all of our science logs, just one big journal, just packed full of handwritten notes of really important stuff to us, and that just is just sitting there collecting dust. That's kind of where we're at right now.
Keyword.
I am Keyword Savior, the once and future streamer. Haven't in a while, will again soon, TBH. or TBD. Anyway, I am playing Cerris Harris. Cerris Harris was a huckster, spiritualist investigator in the 1920s, but because he did in fact take advantage of a fair few people, his passions kind of resolve or revolve around kind of making amends for that. He believes in being benevolent in service and being enacting in the defense of others. That's why you know, he felt compelled to pull Slick Jonas out of the water. Plus, he hadn't had the previous run-ins that the crew had. But also his fetters tied directly into the successes that he achieved in his life. So they his talking board with the quartz pendant and his 1924 Chrysler 6 that he used for his business. Those are his fetters, and we don't know if they're here in the ether for him to find, but well, maybe we'll find out. So
Excellent. I dig it. Gaius, aka Sakura.
Hi, I'm an overtired lizard named Sakura. I do retro and some new, who knows? Plagius, a Roman centurion who has been doing this shit for far too long. Among the obvious, he wants to protect his new friends, but also as part of that, he hopes to keep them positive because being dead sucks. My fetters are actually my gear, or what remains of it, in a museum in Blackwater at the moment, rather than in Tunisia, where he died, fighting in Carthage in the Second Punic War.
That's cool.
Very cool.
I didn't catch those details. I like that. That's cool.
And her text-to-speech bot said, "I play Gaius." All I heard was Plagius. And has anyone ever heard the tale of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
So I want to give.
Like-
Oh, sorry.
No. That's all I could think of. Is all I was saying.
Cap of last session, just near the end, so we can remember exactly where we were. The last session ended with the crew arriving at a shining island above the Tempest, floating above the Tempest, held down by chains. John Purple flying up and discovering a mute scribe with a locked mouth holding a ledger at the elevator door. The island was described as shining and mythic. Asher expressed suspicion. You players agreed to dock and rest before exploring further, while Slick Jonah was under suspicion again, but he was spared following a vision of Kismet from Cerris Harris. He somehow seems important to the party's fate. The elevator jerks once, then groans like something ancient forced awake. It descends with no chains, no cables, just pressure, pulling you downward through ashen silence.
That's just me, sorry.
The light from above fades, swallowed by growing grayness. Wind scrapes against the platform, but the air doesn't move and hangs like judgment waiting to be passed. It arrives. I assume you've left the ship toward the elevator that's just arrived, with the man with a locked mouth and a ledger waiting before you.
Before we get heavy into this,
Yes.
Real quick, how is Corpus? How is willpower? How is angst? Because we did take a rest period stated last session,
Yes.
so we were going to try to regroup.
There, your corpus should be back to full.
Okay.
You should regain your let me hold on. Let me take a look at your willpower. I totally forgot about willpower. Everybody, bad storyteller. Thank you for reminding me.
No problem. Just want to make sure before we walk into this probably boss fight that we're going in geared up.
Is the same. Your pathos.
Okay.
Not your pathos. Your corpus is healed.
Corpus.
Yes.
Corpus. And angst. I had some temporary angst.
Your temporary angst remains.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yep.
You're still angsty.
You're still
Yeah.
yes.
Your existential angst has not abated.
A single figure stands at the far end. He's cloaked in tattered robes the color of smoke and iron. He does not move. His arms are folded over a massive book. Leather bound, metal clasped, faintly humming with pressure. But his face, as I mentioned before, his mouth is sealed shut. Not stitched, locked. A rusted ward of black iron pierces his lower jaw and loops behind his skull. No hinge, no keyhole. Just finality. A sentence never spoken. You approach.
I'm kind of still standing there. John is holding on to the will, and he's kind of like looking at Cerris Harris, Gaius, and the halls. And he kind of does a little bit of a shrug because he's like, I'm unsure whether or not I should let go of this will immediately right now or not.
Let's go, Captain.
Okay. So I released the wheel, and guys, let's go. So I'm like, all right, everybody, this is the place, the thing I just described to you guys.
Let me try that again. Let's go, Captain.
Gotta get your proper voice on.
not entirely comfortable talking to the lockmouth face guy. He looks like a Dark Souls boss.
Mr. Asher, is this the place you were looking for? Is this closer to the Skinlands, like you wanted?
Asher.
There are many Dark Souls here.
Asher.
Well, it's not exactly. But look, guys, it's a video. I don't even know how to explain video games to you right now. I am nervous.
Asher waits
Understandable.
patiently while everyone else continues to talk. He takes a beat, and he looks to Cerris. And he goes, I know where we are. This isle was never made to endure. But we'll talk about that later. He seems pensive. He pulls his hood back over his bald head and his desiccated skin. He looks very corpse-like. Almost skeletal, as he's always sort of been corp-ish. Thin skin, pulled taut over a bone. You were right to be afraid of him at first. You're pretty sure. The more you've gotten to know him, the more you've gotten to see him, he's quiet and disconcerting. He doesn't seem to offer anything more than that now.
Talk about it later. Is there gonna be a later? If we go up there, we coming back?
Like Jonah kind of chuckles. He goes, "Yeah, I think I know what this is too, but I wanna see a little bit closer before I make any grand proclamations. I want to see what's above, what this is. I think I know, but I don't want to say."
Captain Purple, I think he's volunteering.
That's what I'm hearing too.
Lead the way, Slick.
It's like what looks at you like, what, volunteering for what?
Said you want to see? I
I
think we
kinda-
all want to see.
Take my foot and nudge him off the edge of the boat onto the land right there.
Kind of takes it with a good nature, and Asher steps down. Maiden Rue steps down as well. Your whole crew steps down off the ship. And the man with the locked face does nothing. He just stands there, arms crossed, book in arm, waiting.
I don't even know what to say to the guy. I don't think he's going to be much for words. So I'll just.
I give him
I'll-
a small bow.
Oh, Gaius is taking the lead. Thank you.
Tribe waits. He says nothing, but he opens his arm and the book opens. Slowly, without hands, it lifts, and a quill featherless and wet with dark ink rises. It begins to write. Gaius, you see your name, or something like it. And then a second line, a sentence, a prophecy, a regret, a warning. You see a written order for a decimation, Gaius. Not a oral order, a written order, calling for the decimation of your men. Don, you see your name written into the book. And it says in a clinical tone, obsession with tripe pop culture, poorly socialized, underdeveloped. Does anyone else look at the book?
I'm I'm a bit caught off guard. My memory slipped back in. I'm now in charge here, but I'm gonna follow the lead of what my friends are doing without really questioning it right now.
Right, just to describe what to everyone else what had just happened.
That's right.
It was Dr. Evelyn Hall was on the ship with them. Slick Jonah is walking kind of behind her, kind of whistling a little bit. He's rude, and then all of a sudden the body shifts and transforms and moliates.
Moliate.
Totally, suddenly standing there, clueless for a moment. Dr. Jake Hall. The first thing you see when you pop in, when you are in control again, and it's your eyes, and you're no longer in that dark place that you were. And now that it's your eyes, you see the man with the lock on his face at the end of this pier before an elevator, standing above a floating island in the Tempest, held down by chains.
And I do vaguely remember like tiny bits of this, but yeah, now it's all rushing in. But I'm gonna try to just fall in line. I'm gonna join Cerris and John Purple in viewing this book.
Slick Jonah jumps backwards at the sight of what just happened. He's seen a lot of things. I've seen a lot of things, but I've never seen anything like that. Spontaneous transmogrification, moliation. What?
You get
That's
used
about
to
right.
it.
Yeah, most do.
Is that you, Doc?
Yes, of sorts. You were likely speaking with my wife. That is not the case now. We have these slips that happen.
Okay, am I talking Dr. Evelyn Shadow? Or no?
This is Dr. Heidhall.
I have never seen two psyches. Are you sure you're not? I'm trying to be delicate here. You sure you're not crazy?
Oh, I'm certainly not certain of that. But it seems most have told us that this appears to be what is happening.
He looks to Cerris. He looks to Purple.
I assure you it'll happen again.
Jonah, that's pretty normal. Besides, he's got a condition. Just let him be. We got bigger things going on right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Take a look at the book.
Book. And it says Slick Jonah. It does indeed say Slick.
Just first name Slick, last name Jonah.
Slick Jonah.
Amazing. Amazing.
A wise man says he does not know if he is crazy. A crazy man declares he's insane.
Slick Jonah, he looks and he goes, yeah, that's about right. As it says, died due to his own cons.
Sane, not
surprising.
insane.
Sarah,
So you haven't
I
learned
believe
much
so.
from your.
Again?
are you interested in looking in the book or you just pass on?
I am. Quite.
Cerris Harris. Cause of death, gravity.
Rapid deceleration.
The scribe extends the ledger, the book, without moving his arms as it kind of lifts and turns. The book tilts towards you, pages whispering, ink pulses. Do you reach out to touch it? No, so no one reaches out to touch the book. Excellent. The scribe doesn't resist if you try. What was that, Stuart?
I was just going to say, it says all it needs to say on one page.
Excellent. He turns and he points toward the elevator. Seemingly you have paid a price already by having your name intoned in the book. And he points toward the elevator. The mute scroll offers the ledger to you one more time, though. And the lock on his mouth begins to bleed. The ledger writes its names, just as it had before. Actually, Dr. Hall, make a wits plus occult roll for me. Difficulty 7.
He's trying to pass on his station.
Oh, not great.
Great.
Um,
Who actually has occult?
I do.
I do.
On that.
I would have a really good roll if you let me roll it.
I'm going to let you roll it. Keyword, you're not going to roll because you've just kind of woken up you would have no experience with the hierarchy. So you would have no experience with what you're coming up against.
Does details help with this?
Details, no.
Okay. Difficulty 6?
7.
7? Let me re-roll that 10. Got 3?
3 successes. You recognize the lock as hierarchy work. It's not soul forged. It's not made of soul steel. His face has been moliated. Someone has done this to him. Someone has done this, shaped his corpus. Instead of making someone else's, making a lock, they've turned him into the lock himself.
Did I assess his face?
Someone practiced in moliate with the right levels could fix him.
I turn and I look at the halls and I'm like, listen, I don't know anything about this moliate that you guys have been doing, but
I do have 2 points in moliate.
kind of point. Somebody did this to him. Somebody did this to him.
Yeah, I think that's safe to say.
We could fix this, maybe? Could you fix this?
Potentially, yes. In fact, I'm just getting into the book here to see.
Does he want it fixed?
Hand on head. One moment.
Looking too. I'm trying to remember exactly where they are.
I hear you
On
guys.
Investigate, so I'm trying
He's
to
got a
flip
secret.
over to-
I hear you. And if he doesn't want it fixed, I mean, we can just change it back. If we can fix it, we can unfix it.
Sculpt.
There's
And
no good way to ask him.
you have level 3.
No, only level 2.
You can only work it. Only works on yourself.
Yep, that's what I was afraid of. I
How
couldn't
much
quite.
do you currently have?
13.
Oh, not enough because you can
Oh,
spontaneously.
wow.
You can learn. Let's take a look because you can spontaneously learn skills in Wraith.
That's true.
So
Yeah,
let's.
not if I don't have enough experience.
Is the lock considered an inanimate object?
What are you thinking? What's on your mind?
Could I inhabit it
No,
and learn everything about it?
part of the. It's actually part of the.
Okay. So it's organic material at that point, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
This is hierarchy work. Now now that you know that, make another wits plus occult check for me, please. Difficulty 8.
Jesus. Okay, here we go. I'll re-roll that 10.
Roll that 10.
It's another 10.
Roll that 10. We're just gonna keep re-rolling 10s. That's 3 successes.
Okay.
You got 3 successes. You are pretty sure that you are at what's called a far shore. You already know that. So what is the hierarchy doing locking people's faces here?
I mean, between what we've been told about this being a myth, not real, the only thing that I can think of that justifies this kind of treatment is to keep him from talking. Keep word of this spreading. I don't know if I'm right, but that's all I can think of. Does he block our path in any way? Can we just like continue walking in? Like, what happens if we do?
You walk right to the elevator if you want. He does not block your path. Once you've looked at the book, once you've read what it said, once you've confirmed its information, which you've you kind of have. You didn't need to be complete consent, but you didn't argue with it. He stepped aside to let you pass.
He's no longer offering the ledger. There's no insistence to it.
You don't have the ledger still offered. You can still look through it. You can still flip through the pages if you want.
Yeah. Is it still being offered? Still not interested.
That's great. Between the elevator rests between two anchor points of chains. As the chains rise out of the Tempest.
So this was a similar guy to the guy that was up top that I originally saw when I flew up. We haven't ascended.
This is the guy from up top who's come down.
Same guy. He came down.
He came down to greet you. Same guy.
I understand now. I thought we ascended, and I was like, well, we're going.
Yeah, the opening scene was it descending to you.
Okay. I'm interested in seeing what's there. I don't know if I can come back if we go, but
well, whatever awaits. Big guy. Slick. Doctors. We going?
Can we just like send Slick Jonah up and then have him come straight back down?
Is that what you want to do? You're gonna have to convince him to do it. You're gonna have to, he doesn't seem to be too inclined to go without you, but why don't you ask him and find out?
Gaius gets on it.
Gaius gets on the elevator, okay.
I mean, if Gaius is going, I'm going with Gaius at least.
That's
So,
fine.
going with Gaius. God. Man, Gaius really wants to go places. It's not over yet. Why are you trying to get away from me?
All right, as you step, if everyone steps to the elevator, Asher gets on, Maiden Rue gets on.
We either go up or we go back to the boat.
All right, I'll get on too. I was going to say.
Elevator, the man with the locked face gets in as well, and he closes a gate. And he grabs a handle, and he turns it back, and rusty chains begin creaking as the elevator begins to slowly creep up. It's unfettered by the weight. Gravity's really one of the only constants still in the underworld as well, oddly enough. For those of you who know about gravity, that would be one thing that's always kind of stuck out. Gravity exists.
Technology is an amazing thing.
Yes. So as the elevator brings you higher and higher, the ship gets smaller and smaller. Asher looks around and chooses this moment to explain what he was talking about. This isle was never made to endure. It was conjured from guilt and geometry, memory and malice. Failed paradise. Not the first I've seen. He reaches out and his hand sort of traces the chains as you're on the elevator. Long ago, longer than you can fathom, there were murmurs of a sanctuary for the damned. A place where those who defied Oblivion, who resisted the shackles of Leth and law, might be cleansed without the pyre. Far shore, built not on faith but on forgetting. Closes his eyes and the wind kind of rises. Ash stirs at his feet. They call it Thorsward. Final warding. I called it cruelty dressed in absolution. I advised restraint. They called me heretic. His fingers curl. The chain hisses as he does, as the friction in the chain rubs his hand, and you can see the flesh sort of poking with the friction as he holds onto the chain as it goes up, and he smiles in pain. His fingers curl. I remember the rites they used, half Stygian, half stolen from temples older than empires. They flayed the memory, excised passion like a surgeon might rot. They said it was mercy. I know these chains. I know their craft. I know their lies. I named the alloy. I forged its precursor in the ash of the first city. He turns to the rest of you, his eyes black. This place was meant to erase rebellion. It became a monument to it. Now it lingers, not because it must, but because it remembers. This was meant to be a heaven. Instead, it became a prison.
Why are we just walking straight into this? Why didn't you say anything before?
Said, I'm speaking now.
You want to be here?
I'm interested in seeing what this place has become. Interested in seeing what happened to the souls that were sent here.
This elevator, is it like a box?
Yes, it is a box.
I just turn and I find a corner
Would
of the
Gaius
open
remember
box and I
these
stick my
events?
face in the corner of it and just kind of look down and I just like let out a long, like just constant, just on the way up, like just frustrated but also really nervous.
No, Gaius isn't as old as the first city. When I mean the first city, I'm talking pre-flood times.
We're definitely getting a bit nervous seeing the reaction of John Purple right now.
So, even pre-Karen.
Pre-Karen, yes.
Prison for who? Anyone who shows up?
We're fixing to show up. I don't like that.
Before my untimely exile to the land of the dead, so to speak, my exile from the land of the living, you would say, I would pass back and forth. I remember the time before your Karen came. I helped build this place. Now, this is the first time I've seen it in millennia. Don't be afraid. Maiden Rue looks at him and she kind of looks incredulous. She says, what do you mean, don't be afraid? You brought us to a prison.
We're still going up.
Not often I meet those older than I.
You were old when I died, when I was exiled. You were old already, I'm sure. Black and white kitty. The elevator finally comes to a. Oh, I'm sorry, John Purple. You're looking. Give me an occult plus perception plus occult check. Difficulty 6. Because you're kind of not looking out in the elevator. You're kind of looking out.
Does details help with this?
No, yes, actually, details does help with this.
Let me reroll that 10.
Yes.
Hey,
Damn.
there we go. That's a lot of success.
5 successes. That's very good. You notice that each chain, as you pass, as you go up, each link in the chain holds an engraving. Just let me go. Don't forget me again. It hurts to remember. So on and so forth. Every link, and these chains are long. This trip is a long trip. You're beginning to. If you fell, you don't know how long you would fall for.
Going all the way up to heaven, huh?
That seems to be the point.
Surely it's
I
worth that
turn
way.
back and I look at the rest of my friends here and kind of point out what I've seen. And just kind of shake my head.
Now that he's pointing the chains out, Dr. Cerris, I want Cerris Harris and I want Gaius and I want Jake Hall each to roll a perception plus technology test. You might not have any technology. Some of you might not have any technology.
Yeah, and I only have the.
Be surprised if Gaius has any.
Oh, that's a werewolf die.
That's the wrong dice.
Yeah.
Difficulty.
More like it.
What was the first part of that?
Perception.
Difficulty 6.
Yep,
All right, cool. I got 3.
exactly. I saw that. Glad someone got it. And you get to roll that as
Nice.
well, Nerdwire.
Oh, perception plus technology.
Get it.
Got 2 of them. Hey,
Damn,
double
Sakura.
tens. Probably gonna have to re-roll those, aren't you? That's great though. That's a good roll.
Reroll those 10s. That's a great roll.
Damn.
Hey,
Yes.
kept one.
You realize that all of you, at least who got at least a success, realize a lot of the chains are cracked. Sakura, you realize these chains are so cracked that they're going to break, and soon.
We notice that the elevator is at all like rocking or swaying. Is it a even ascent?
It's not the elevator's chains. It's the chains holding
Structure.
hold. Yes.
But the elevator is attached to the island.
Yes. And you're on your way up. Hold on one second. I'm going to let my dog out.
Mr. Asher, you said this place wasn't meant to last. How, what are the chances that it stops lasting the moment we're up here?
He stops. He gives you a rictus grin because his face is so skull-like. It's almost looks intentional.
What would happen if they broke?
Everything on this island would be thrust into the Tempest and likely into the Oblivion, to the Labyrinth.
Oh, we certainly do not want that.
Boats in Tempest. Docked. Right now. Elevator attached to island. Which means we're attached to the island.
Captain, it may be beneficial if you fly.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm thinking that. I have the strength to carry at least one, maybe more.
Perhaps the elevator operator. Could we maybe go back down? Is there a reverse strip on this thing?
Doesn't answer.
Yeah, I mean, because his mouth is a lock. So does he do it in reverse? Does he just start to put it in reverse for us? Can we convince him?
And still resting on the lever, pushed forward.
Can I push downward on the lever? Can I reach my hand over and push downward on the lever?
Pushing downward, you'd have to pull it backwards.
Pull backwards. Yes, this is what I mean. Can I attempt to do that?
You may attempt to do. Okay. So you're going to reach in to grab this and try to pull it. Correct?
Yeah.
All right. So I want you to make a dexterity plus athletics check, as he's going to make a strength plus brawl check to push you away.
Oh, he really wants us to continue. I see.
Difficulty 6.
I gotta reroll that 10. Hang on. Dang it. I got 2 successes.
Got 3.
My 10 got erased.
Only if it's a 1, right?
Yeah, only if it's a one.
Oh, only
Still
if it's
counts
one?
as a success
Okay.
unless it comes
3
back
then.
up a 1.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, good. Never mind. Oh,
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. All right, so you get pushed, and it's 5 successes. As he pushes you, you actually get pushed back off the elevator.
Like off the
Well,
elevator?
now you're-
It's open air?
You are leaning out. Someone's gonna have to reach out and grab you, or you're gonna fall.
I will reach quickly.
I
to
reach
grab
out
him.
to catch him.
Okay, both of you make a dexterity.
It's two of us.
Okay.
This is not a big platform, and there's a lot of people on it.
2 rerolls there.
One reroll, but
Yeah.
Just one? No, I
Yeah.
don't. You don't have to reroll on, but I don't have to reroll on both 10s.
you go. Don't bother. You guys grab him, and you pull.
Okay,
him.
you're
Yeah.
grabbed.
Oh my gosh.
You're grabbed. He's very well grabbed.
I've been very well grabbed.
All right,
Keep going, Sakura.
shakes his head,
Thank you.
and the ledger opens. All must rise.
I wanted to
Hey,
keep
doctors.
going.
Guy just wants to go up.
Fair enough. If you want to go up, we'll go up.
Some big guy, I know you're done. We'll follow you up.
Did you say I know you're dumb?
Look,
What did
Jones,
you
Why would I ever
say?
say such a thing? I said I know he's done. He's
Oh,
old.
done.
He's been here a long time.
I was like, why would you say that to guy? It'll kill
The
you.
man has seen some shit.
Jones pulls a cigarette out of his ear, and he with something
Like from behind his ear or out of his ear?
straight out of his ear,
It's quite hygienic.
in his mouth, and then he lights it with his finger. You know what?
Slap it out of his mouth.
You slap it out of his
Smoke
mouth.
is bad for you.
These have been here for millennia untold. The chances
But-
of breaking now is very low.
Have they been cracked for millennia untold?
You got a better look at them than us.
She did.
I
Don't
guess
even
we don't
look
know
at
that.
it.
I don't know anything.
He just looks at you after you smack the cigarette out of his hand. He goes, "That's rude. I ain't gonna tell you what I was
Those things are gonna kill you, man.
I'm already dead."
Those things are gonna kill you again, man.
There are worse things than death.
Dead. Makes me believe in bedtime stories. The far shores, sanctuaries of memory, cities of peace. Every race dream, right? Find your anchor, earn your passage, fade into some radiant afterlife where the chains don't reach. He grins. You know who wrote that script? The same bastards who built soul forges. The same one who branded the scribe's mouth shut. They sell the far shores the way snake oil hucksters sell holy water. Just forget enough of who you were and the paradise awaits. As the elevator rises, he steps off it. Not off the elevator, but onto the ground. As the elevator finally reaches its crest.
Okay.
This ain't my first far shore, no. I don't get one. I sneak in like I do everything else, and you know what I find every time? Hospitals for guilt, mausoleums of make-believe, memory lobotomies with better lighting. They're not sanctuaries, they're landfills. Places that bury people like us. People who remember. He looks at you all. Something raw in his eyes. The far shores ain't salvation. They're sedation. And if we don't burn them down, we'll end up just like the ones who came here before us. So, I'm here now. I believe what you want, but me, I'm gonna take the storm. I'm gonna help burn this place down if we got a chance. There's gotta be ghosts. There's gotta be Wraiths here, stuck here. We got a ship. Maybe we can save them. He looks at Purple. Maybe you can be the hero you always thought you were. And he kind of like pulls another cigarette out of his ear and kind of skips ahead of you guys.
We will leave after we learn what we need to.
I never trust that guy.
Be a lot more trustworthy if you weren't pulling cigarettes out of your ear. All I'm saying.
agree.
Just say some
don't-
things that make sense, but you sure act in a way that doesn't make anybody want to trust you.
The people that came here want to be here is what I'm wondering. I'm asking the rest of my people who are here. What do you think?
It's a tricky one. I find it hard to trust him, that's for sure. In some ways, I haven't spent as much time with him as you guys have, though.
Oh, don't worry. The impression of him has not changed no matter how much time you spend with him.
Fair enough.
Feels like a sweat stain the moment you meet him, and feels like a sweat stain the longer you're with him.
What are you hoping to find here, guys?
I do not know.
I certainly have no idea what we will find here.
Madame Rouge speaks. She looks up. We're gonna find lost souls.
So you believe him?
I've sought the far shores for so long. They were sung to us about the heavens. But there was always the undercurrent that they were false. I just never thought I'd actually find one.
Would you like to see this place burn?
Go ahead.
Would you like to see this place burn?
Burn.
Surprisingly, this voice sounds nothing like mine.
That is not foreshadowing for our game. That's her responding in chat.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure everybody knows.
Do that for a second. Turn it down. I hardly know what this place is about. But she points off into the distance, and you see a temple off in the distance. But further than that, you see the marketplace.
Is this just like a flat plain? Is there topography? Are there features?
Not that you can really tell from here. You're at the very edge of the island. You can't really see very much past the marketplace up ahead. The major landmark that you can see is the tower in the center, a shining golden tower that rises above everything.
Even higher than we've already gone.
Yes.
Wow.
Do we see people in the market?
Not from you're not close enough. You're not close enough yet to the market.
Is the market in between us, like in the tower?
Yes, yes.
Surely couldn't be a better place to get a bit of info than a market. That's always been true.
Not looking like any person I've ever seen. Definitely got a different feel than Sing Sing.
There's something very different about it.
Let's take a walk, folks.
I agree.
We see trouble. The doctor's got their percolator, whatever they call it.
Percolator will do.
Do you have the harrower with you?
Yeah. Actually, do I? Did the wife have her?
She shot it last round, so yeah.
She did. So yes.
Yes.
That's right. Yes.
You do have the harrower with you.
Check your pockets.
Found her. There we go, baby.
He's over there doing the Macarena trying to find this gun.
That's true. It's on me somewhere.
I'm down. Let's
Go ahead.
let's do this. No, I'm just I'm thinking to myself, I'm down, but I'm really hesitant to want to go any deeper into here. All things considered.
The landscape before you is bleak. The ground seems to be made of smooth obsidian, flat, featureless. It extends out for what appears to be miles, where you see the market, the city that you flew over before. It will take you some time to walk, perhaps not. Argos is the thing. You can use Argos if you like to have your party travel faster, or you can take the time to walk. It's completely up to you. What do you do, Nerdwire? You're the guide here. You're the guide here with John Purple.
could probably. I mean, I could. I would do Weather-Eye to be able to make it go faster if I get the successes for it.
If you get the successes for it, correct.
I mean, sure, why not? Let's make things a little bit quicker to get around in there. Maybe not get caught by so many. And it is a market. I don't plan on buying stuff from street vendors. I'm tired of this middle of the mall jewelry that I've seen. So
Middle of the mall jewelry.
let's go ahead and do this roll. So it's perception plus my Argos.
Spectres coming up, spraying us in the face with perfumes.
All right, here we go.
Sure.
Difficulty is 6.
Yeah,
Right?
Yes, you got more
Yep.
than enough to do what you need to do.
Half the normal travel time.
Exactly. So you'll get there in
Excellent.
about an hour. An hour of walking. It'd have been a 2-hour walk. You get there in 2 hours. It's quick. You step and you move quickly. You're holding hands. Everyone's moving with you. It's a dream come true for you. It's just
It's my friends.
friends. You're having a great time. It would be a terrible time for your shadow to say something
Nothing
terrible.
bad's gonna happen, I'm sure.
You stop that.
We're off to see the wizard.
Not ruin a good thing.
Shadow did something.
Yeah, it would. It really would.
Feel free to
John Purple doesn't have a lot of angst.
Oh man.
Low on angst.
Low on angst.
All I can do is just randomly summon specters twice.
Is that what you want to do? Randomly summon specters twice? Okay.
Oh
No.
no.
That was not it, Your Honor. That was not an admission of guilt.
That would totally kill the vibe.
Click on the vibe. At the quick
Guys.
this you stop.
Oh,
The first 2 buildings in the marketplace. It's not thriving. And it hasn't been for some time. A few of the restless dead, your fellow race, wander. You notice them wandering these stalls back and forth. But as they notice you, a light comes to their eyes. New faces. They don't approach you, but they get into their stalls very quickly.
Smells of mall jewelry vendors.
Are you looking for anything in particular, Purple?
I'm curious. I am curious. Even beyond John Purple, I'm curious. What do they have? What are you selling? Opens trench coat.
That is 2 for 1.
There are many different vendors, and they all seem to be selling memories, objects, things that shouldn't be here that are. One vendor you notice after perusing and seeing just not mall jewelry, but just a random assortment of jewelry. Soul forged, perhaps not. Perhaps something that shouldn't be here from the world of the living.
Anything cool? And what kind of money I have in my pocket?
Well, as you mentioned, cool, you do come across a vendor who has a table spread out with vintage 1980s comic books.
Guys,
Secret Wars.
I need you guys to come over here right now.
Damn, pulp comics from the future.
Look at this. Remind me again what happens when I achieve my passions, because I am about to introduce 3 at least people to comic books right now.
Well, let's do it.
Oh my. Oh, hey, there we go. So I am very intrigued. Does this collection look familiar? Has it belonged to me in the past?
Give me, my friend,
Uh-huh.
Let me take a look at my notes because it just threw a blank in what I wanted you to roll. I want you to roll an intelligence.
Okay.
Intelligence. What is an appropriate one to go? Give me an intelligence plus investigation. Yes, intelligence plus investigation.
Okay, difficulty.
Difficulty 6.
I'm kind of dumb.
Nice.
Hang on.
Yep.
Oh no! We got 2.
Are they? Is it an era that I'm familiar with?
No, it's before you. It's after you.
Yeah, because you were in the 70s, right? You
I
were
would
in the
have killed
70s.
that roll. I would have killed that roll. Yeah, exactly 70s. That's why I was curious. Like, what age are we talking here?
How old is John Barrowman?
He's 45.
45.
So it is like prime my youth. Prime my youth.
1984.
Oh man, the goods.
Yeah. Yeah. No, not at 45. No. I would have been almost 9. 45 because I'm 36 now and I was born in 88.
Oh, it's a Shadow Guard comic. I've read them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
You would have been 3.
Doesn't matter because I'm the cover.
Oh, okay, so it's very obvious that these are mine. I've defaced those with my childhood hands. God, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm an idiot.
The value.
Oh my gosh. Excuse me, my fine sir.
You distinctly remember these were destroyed at some point. These were lost. Not before your adult collection, before your real collection. Someone stole these from you in school. You never saw them again.
So now I'm just enraged. Is what you're telling me.
I guess if that's how you go with it, if that's how you roll.
It's bringing back a bad memory of it. But like now I'm coming across this again. But I'm angry that like so it's dredging that memory back up. How I kind of grit my teeth a little bit, and I look at the salesperson.
James lays his hand on John's shoulder.
Yes, guys.
Do not get angry at them.
Oh, it's not this person's fault. I'm not angry at them. I'm angry with the situation. The jerks.
We don't know for certain that this isn't the jerk that stole them and then died and is now peddling your stolen merch.
I'm glad he died if that's him. Now that you've mentioned that, now I'm more angry. Why would you say this?
That's I'm not helping with this problem.
I'm clutching them in their cold, dead hands.
instead of money, I'm offering stone hand punch is what I'm hearing. Is that what you're wanting me to do? No, I turn and I kind of grip my teeth. Is this someone I could recognize? Could I recognize this person if they were the person that stole them from me?
This is the closest you've been to someone who works here. As you look up, you notice their face, too, is locked.
Oh.
Everyone's faces. Interesting.
I'm going to attempt to conversate.
Okay.
I don't know
I guess
how.
pondering is out of the question.
How much for the books? Holds them up.
He raises one hand, holding up all 5 of his fingers as you hold up the books, and a ledger rises off the table that opens and tilts towards you. Memories.
Okay, well, the first one's easy. I'm going to give up ever reading these to begin with, so that way I can have a whole new experience.
Nice.
Oh man.
Oh, you get to choose.
Do I get to choose?
He's just like, the first time I touched myself in the tub. And...
Yes. all of the best memories, so I can re-experience these all over again. So can I? Okay, so when I look at the book, does it say what I'm losing in the book?
No.
I mean, this is a big passion. Like, I have to do this. This is acquire
His
material
failed
things.
attempts at
This
picking
is
up a girl.
introduce people to
Another
comics.
failed pickup attempt. And another.
Yes, all of those.
You can have those, comic book man.
Without hesitation. Like, without even looking and talking to the rest of anybody else around, because this is something that is very important to John.
Okay.
Doing it.
Instantly signs his name in that ledger, if that's what I have to do. I start to sign it, and maybe that's not what I'm supposed to do, but that's what I'm doing at this very moment.
Is there any,
I'm
like, fine
sweating.
print or anything you should be reading? I'm sweating.
I want to think about how this changes your personality. Subtle memory of every time your mother ever said she loved you is taken away.
It's the only person in the world that ever did love me.
Only positive relationship you ever had with a woman.
Oh, wow.
Maybe she only said it like 2 or 3 times.
John Purple goes militant incel. There are no redeemable women.
All for some comic books.
Holy crap. Without question.
Seems like he's doing it.
I've done it. I've already done it. I feel like I was already doing it, and I can't undo it. There's no undo button in this.
Now he's just contemplating what that turns John Purple into.
Yep. Oh, man. Really hope Evelyn doesn't show up tonight. Really hope Evelyn doesn't show up tonight.
Anyone else looking around the market? There's because there's more stuff. There's more for you, Purple, too. You see a record collection, Dr. Jake. 45s.
Do I realize the weight of what I lost? Not to interrupt, but do I realize the weight of what I lost?
You realize
I was wondering.
Great. You feel
okay,
and you gain 3 angst.
Not so low
I don't
on angst
care
anymore.
about the stuff, but what about the people?
Yeah, there was a few people too you mentioned.
What about the people? There aren't many people. There aren't many in the market. There's maybe 10 people milling around, kind of doing commerce with each other. But they all have locked faces.
All mouth locked.
All mouth locked.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm perusing. I mean, I'm not looking to buy, but
Same.
Which is interesting because as you're perusing Cerris Harris, you come across a spirit board with a quartz, very familiar quartz mover.
of course I do. Is this a different stall? Is it a different proprietor?
Different stall, different proprietor. Very convenient though.
Is there anybody else close at hand? Like you said, there are people. No, you said everybody has a lock face, right?
Everyone has a face, yes.
I mean, Clearly, these things are here to tempt us. We don't know what John paid. And I don't know what price is worth it.
I kind of shrug my shoulders as I'm like flipping through paper.
And it feels like paper. Real paper. These are real comics.
It's kind of priceless if you ask me. I say head down, nose right in the middle of some pages that I'm smelling at this point.
Yes.
They're musty.
Titania. That molecule, man.
Hard to say it wasn't worth it. Look at him. Another thing that's going to bring.
What if losing his memories of his mother ... makes him a nerd?
What if it makes me cool? What if I could get a girlfriend now?
Now the question remains now, aside from being a fetter, would a talking board have any sort of abilities on this side of the veil?
I mean, they may have a lock on their face, but they may still be able to nod, answer questions. Have we tried? Do they have ears? Can I?
No, they have ears. Yeah, they have ears. The ears aren't locked.
Hello. Hello.
You asking questions?
I don't even know what to ask, honestly.
Right? Yeah. Now that I got confirmation, I was like, I don't even know.
How much for the thingamajig he wants? I yell over.
I think you might have to phrase it as a yes or no question.
Yes for the thingamajig or no?
Do they nod?
They nod. Are you looking at the vinyls?
No, I think we're looking at the Ouija board. If I'm
Yeah,
not
the
mistaken.
quartz.
Yeah.
That's what I thought we were all still looking at. Well, not me, but
He raises a hand, and the ledger lifts off his table, tilts towards you, and he holds up one hand and spreads it out 5, and it says memories.
Look, I'm telling you, if all it is memories, you just happen to forget that you remembered them, and it's not a big deal. Look at all these new memories I can make.
Remembering.
Yeah, right there. If memories are our currency, what happens when we run out? What happens when we trade them all away?
You have a bunch of currency.
Well, only so much. Finite amount. May I test the board before I pay you?
You are no longer you.
I'm gonna be irritated.
Did I miss a prompt?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I asked if I could test the board.
You may test the board. Well, he doesn't
take her for a spin.
But he pushes his hands out.
Okay. I grasp the pendant and I hold it so it's hovering over the board.
Does exactly what it always does. It needs your performance. Your has to make it work. Otherwise, it's just a pendant hanging over the board.
Did anybody else in science class, incidentally, ever do the thing where you take a washer and you tie a string, and if you hold it in your hand like this, you can actually influence the way the string moves? The micro muscles in your hand can cause the string to move different ways. So, but I mean, talking boards work sometimes, right?
Do they?
Sure they do. Sure they do.
I have my doubts personally.
So I hold it, and I close my eyes, and I say, Spectre before me, what is your name? And I let whatever latent energies travel through my arm and down into the pendant, and A talking board is what's usually called a Ouija board, since it was marketed after by Milton Bradley. But before that, they were called talking boards, and they would either have a dangling pendant, or then we'd have the sliding what is it? Planchette.
I can't remember what they call it. Yeah.
If you need a
Yeah, it's
dexterity plus subterfuge check, please.
a subterfuge.
Yeah, subterfuge. You're a con man. You gotta have subterfuge.
Yeah, I know.
Difficulty 6.
Get one success.
Success. You make the string move. You make it spell out a name, whatever name you want it to spell out. Probably just like you did as a medium many times. Keyboards.
BG. Does it feel like anything though? I mean, this is supposed to be something that's sacred to Cerris. I mean, does it feel pertinent? Or does it just feel like another thing in the world?
Well, that in itself is crazy. It actually feels like something in the world. It feels real in your hands. This is not, made of soul steel. This is a physical thing in the dead world.
Interesting.
The weight of it is here.
I've got a phone call coming. Hang on. I'll be right back.
No problem.
Yep. Feel something tangible is novel. But I don't think Cerris wants to lose his memories. I don't think he can part with that. I think that's too high a price to pay.
Quite a price.
This thing is in this world, and as far as he thinks, it's incidental that he's here, and so is it. So if it's here now, it can be anywhere else again. Perhaps under different conditions. So for now, he is going to retain his memories. He marvels at it. He hefts it in his hand and he rolls it around, and he loves the familiar smoothness of it. But then he slides it back towards the vendor and shakes his head.
Are you interested in anything, or is the price too high? Guys, it looks like, I'm sorry. I want to give a quick prompt so we can give Sacker time to get it. You see a vendor that has almost matching gear to your kit. All right, there we go. Well, what?
Yeah, on my end, I'm just kind of looking around still. The vinyls is interesting, but I have my doubts that there's any real way to listen to something like a vinyl. And boy, would it be rare if there were. But I'm just kind of browsing the stalls that everyone else is looking at.
Artifacts.
The same stuff
Not
my friends are
artifacts.
looking at.
The term of artifacts, but there are things from every time period you can think of.
It's worth it, douche nozzles. Says John as he's walking by, thumbing through his books.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm hoping that maybe I can read those later, if you don't mind.
100%. Cannot wait to blow your mind. I can't believe you get to have this first experience, first time ever.
Need to wash your hands every time you turn the page.
Caked.
As you are in the marketplace, you spent some time there. You haven't met anybody, but you've interacted with roughly 10 villagers at this point. Oh, who snoozed that? I was about ready to send this into the 10 minutes.
Oh, my bad. Oops.
We just send this into our 10-minute break as bells begin to ring from the tower.
Oh.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. I'm going to run 3 minutes while we go into break, and I will see you when we get back.
Yep.
If I can remember where my scene went. Crike. Hello, everybody.
Welcome back, Wraithers.
Thank you for taking a break with us, stretching your leg.
Yo.
Take care of yourself because you only have one you. I learned that from Sacker's channel.
Unless Wraith exists, then we could do it again.
Forever after the end, we have just been to the marketplace of memories, where John Purple Barrowman sold a memory, every memory of his mother saying "I love you,"
All 5 of them. Unfortunately, there were only 5 times she told me she loved me too. Let's just talk about that for a second.
I
And
think
they're
it was
gone.
more than that because I think he had a very non-toxic relationship with his mother. Very toxic, and he sold those memories
Deus is going to take a casual look at the gear,
of secret.
looking at it and remembering, then turns away to the tower.
Guys, he's going to take a look at the casual look at the gear, looking at it and remembering, then turns away to the tower. Excellent.
Do Madame?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, do Madame Rue or Asher look at anything? Do we see them looking at anything?
Do you see Asher looking at anything? Asher, no. He doesn't seem to be interested in anything. And you actually notice if you're paying attention, they send this, the villagers, not the villagers, the marketplace people keep a distance from Asher. Remember, he doesn't belong here. He seems more real than the rest of you because he is not a wraith. He is a vampire in the spirit world. He's more solid. He's more physical than the rest of you. He stands out, especially here on this far shore.
I think we're done browsing the market then. Looks like Gaius wants to head to the tower.
The bells are ringing.
The tower does have my interest more than anything else here, of course.
As you leave the marketplace, the ground never shifts. It is still and will remain and continues to be the obsidian, dark obsidian of this island. Flat, featureless. As you walk toward this shining tower in the middle of this bleak island, past this village, it glows. Right. It's almost blinding. You notice all the chains from that hold the island up converge at this tower.
How's the tower looking?
Tower is in magnificent condition. Pristine.
The chains that connect to it, are they cracked up here?
They are cracked up here as well.
Are there any doors, terraces, features?
It's mostly a featureless tower, except for the front gate that leads inside.
Mr. Jonas, you said you're familiar with these places. Third one, you said.
That's right. This is my third far shore. How can I help you? Do I recognize this place? No, I've never seen anything like this before in my life, or on life, or my death.
All right. Well, what do you recognize? What's the tower? The other ones had towers, right?
No, the other ones didn't have towers. One
No
was
towers?
no towers. One was supposed to be this idyllic, wonderful meadow where everything was supposed to be great, except what they did is they molated all the believers into sheep and kept them as sheep. You gotta understand, these far shores are a lie. The prisons for the faithful. I mean, I suppose it's better than be turning into furniture or an ashtray or a
What were the other ones like?
well, there was one. It was supposed to be real close to what my old Baptist buddies described heaven as, but it wasn't. It wasn't good. It was like a re-education camp for the stupid.
It doesn't give me a lot of hope for this tower.
I can tell you is if this island crashes into the Tempest, it's going straight down into Oblivion. So the longer we stay on it, the closer we're going to be there. I'm just saying.
If it's in Butsu's candy and nuts.
And all
It's
that.
not falling in the tower today, so it's not falling in the Tempest today. So let's find out what we can find out. See if this is worth sticking around for. Eternity's not going to wait, right?
Here's not.
Mr. Jonas, since you're so experienced, unless Mr. John Purple would like to lead, why don't you lead the way?
Jonas kind of shrugs. He looks at Purple. What do you want to do, boss? Captain?
I just go ahead and start to take a step forward.
We're off to see the wizard. Except I don't know that story.
Let's go ahead and take a walk.
You following?
All right, as you get closer to the tower, it grows. It doesn't grow, but it becomes bigger in perspective.
Okay.
Get closer to it, and the door, the gateway, you notice is towering above you. It takes you no time to get there with your Argus. Time works differently in the Shadowlands, particularly this far away from the Skinlands. Things are fluid. And you arrive at the gate. It opens as you approach, unbidden. The inside is dark, though.
What do you guys think? I don't even know what to expect in here.
Yeah, we've opened a couple of places we haven't known what to expect.
That's very true. It's very true.
Just go ahead and take a step in.
Yes, that answers that.
You hear something. Perhaps it's snoring, but it's almost rhythmic. 3 times. I don't know if you could hear that over my Chris mic.
I could hear it actually.
Oh,
Gotcha.
you hear it.
Let's see if chat did, though.
That's true.
You hear 3 snorts in succession. And then a rhythmic of like almost sawing, snoring. But it's loud. It doesn't quite shake the tower. But you can feel something, the presence of something else inside here with you.
We're going to find the Abrahamic god asleep.
Does sound as if something in here rests. I doubt we want to disturb that slumber.
What do you want to do, Purple? You look
I know. I'm just staring at his cam here. I'm just staring at his cam. What you doing, boss?
Just thinking. I'm thinking about
Take it in.
John's history. Yeah, his mother likely slept like that, and this woman never told him she loved him. He has no qualms, at least as far as he knows. She never told him she loved him anymore. He has no qualms waking up whatever's in there.
Don't wake up the windfish, man. Don't wake up the dreamer. Tree will crumble.
Can I perceive where it is?
Yes, absolutely. You can.
The sleeper must awaken.
Sleeper must awaken.
Guys, this is on my side. Let's wake
You
this
guys
up.
are truly poking the bear.
Give me an intelligence plus enigmas check.
Man, I'm pretty dumb and also not very enigmatic.
It's awareness. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, thank you. Let's change this. All right, hang on one second. Where's my
Can I roll on
awareness?
that? Intelligence
Yeah,
awareness.
everyone inside can roll on that.
I didn't go inside.
I'm not much better in that category, but difficulty 6, and I got 3. So
I
No.
also got 3.
I was quoting this guy the first used to know. Frank Herbert.
All right, so you both get 3 successes. You both can tell exactly where it is. It is in front of you.
what is it?
What
Can I
is-
tell what it is by looking at it?
No, not yet, because you
You know
don't.
how big it is? What do we
It's
know?
big. And you hear something. You hear a chain pulling. Large chain. It's loud.
Is being restrained.
It's being restrained.
Give it a wide berth. I'm gonna slink up against the wall and just kind of like scoot around the wall away from the sound.
As you actually enter and put your body against the wall, sconces begin to light up. One to the left, one across, and then you see it. Sleeping. A massive, incredibly tall, incredibly thick form of a canine.
I just Cerberus. That's what I was feeling.
Wait.
I was what I was feeling. That's kind of what I thought. Oh man.
Chained to at its neck, at its central neck.
I look at Gaius, just like you familiar with this?
I'm gonna look over to Gaius as well.
Am I familiar?
It's in your history.
With probably the mythology of Cerberus, being how you are a Roman centurion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's why I looked at you.
I believe Cerberus made the translation from the Roman religion. Three-headed dog that guards the gates to the underworld in Greek mythology.
Brought nothing to barter.
I missed
except
that.
Bugs. Oh no.
It is
Did Gaius miss it, or did Sacra miss it? Which was it? Gaius wasn't religious of any sort.
very unusual. Is that a dog? Just like Ignace's ass.
Sacra missed it cause she's a
Oh,
tired
okay.
lizard.
Okay. I was unsure if Gaius was unsure about what Cerberus was.
All right. So you're in the tower. The lights have come on. And there's a massive sleeping three-headed dog in the center of the tower. Near the dog, you see a book on a dais.
Hey, Cerberus.
It does not awaken.
Oh, thank God.
You see the chain
Puppy.
that connect to the island, and hold it up in the Tempest, all come to a point and connect here in the tower.
Does it appear
Attached to Cerberus?
Yeah. Does it appear
Well, then.
he might be the source of the damage?
That you really can't tell unless you can give me a good technology check. Give me an
Technology.
technology.
Oh gosh. I got awesome intelligence. So
Not even looking. I'm dumb as a brick.
Reroll that 10, difficulty 6. I mean, he doesn't seem to be the cause of the damage. It looks more like corrosion, which shouldn't be something you're seeing on Soul Steel.
interesting. Please tell me none of you are interested in making a dash for that book. Certainly that'll cause us problem here.
Cerberus snorts. And an eye opens. And closes. Go ahead. Purple?
I'm pretty sneaky.
Okay.
And I'm just saying, I'm
dash
pretty
no.
sneaky.
But I think we'll learn the most from it.
How sneaky, John? How sneaky?
Like
A
3
dash
out of
no.
5 sneaky.
But I think we'll learn the most from it.
Like I could stealth it over there, baby. And I got
book?
good dexterity too.
For the book?
Yeah.
I knew you were going to want that book.
Why not? It's another book to add to the collection. Who knows what's in it?
So I made my way in, and I saw what was going on, and I said, "Mr. Purple, if you bite the big one, can I have your boat?" I kind of duck my head back out. That's a
Sure.
binding promise. I'll remember that, and I hope the boat does too. I start making my way back to the elevator. I take Madame Rue with me.
I'm down to try to get this.
You're going for the book.
I might as well. Why not? We're here.
The minute you said there was a book, I knew he was in it.
Let's do this. What do I need to roll?
You're going to need to roll a dexterity plus stealth roll.
Okay.
Difficulty 8.
Okay. I have acrobatics.
You're going to try to pour core around this. Okay. All right.
Can I? There we go. All right. Yes, I got it all right. I heard yes.
That would be athletics.
Okay. Okay. All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
You roll those 2 10s.
Okay.
Okay.
Look at that.
2 successes.
Wait, what was the margin of error?
Same roll. Difficulty 8. Not the same roll, but that's difficulty. You sneak past.
Like a snake.
You move in slowly. Confidently, though. You step over the chain. You step over one of the paws, and it's this long stretch as you get over the paws. And just as you get over the paws, you feel the breath. You actually feel breath. You wouldn't feel that. Wraiths don't breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Feel the breath of something living on you. As you step over its paw, you make your way to the dais, and you grab the book. You do not awaken the beast.
I do a quiet celebration over in the corner, lifting up the book.
Grabbed the book.
I've lifted the book, and I do a quiet celebration with it.
Okay, you lift.
Did you say the words? Did you say the words?
What words?
Klaatu, Barata.
As you lift the book off the dais, Jake, Cerris, Gaius, as he turns and he looks at you and he lifts the book triumphantly, you see 6 sets of eyes open.
But I was thinking.
Off the dais.
6 eyes.
3 sets.
Oh, man.
I'm not there.
He left to
I've
go
made
back
my
to
way
the
back
elevator.
to the elevator.
I've been by the
Go back
door.
to the
I
elevator.
haven't moved any deeper in. I'm watching. I can't take my eyes off of this.
Oh, man.
Purple.
It's too late. Yeah.
You
I'll
hear
get the boat started.
dragging chain behind you. As you hear like a yawn in triplicate. You
Good boy.
You feel movement behind you.
Good boy. Can I negotiate?
You can try, I suppose.
Oh, jeez. I'm not much for it. I've got lots of charisma.
Give me
The
a
lullaby.
manipulation plus animal can roll. Where's animal? It doesn't even exist.
I don't even think I have animal kin. No one does.
Manipulation plus persuasion.
All right, let me find my persuasion here. There it is. Let me find my manipulation. Hang on, let me count up how many that is. That's an entirety of 1.
Oh my golly gosh!
Say get Asher to bite its neck, but I think you just tripped on your own face.
You just bought.
Yeah.
Take out. To calm the animal. You think you're doing the right thing confidently. Now, one hand with the book, the other hand reaching out.
I'm shaking my head. No.
Can I dodge?
This Cerberus-like creature instantly lunges for you. Roll initiative. So, nice, add your dexterity plus wits.
Oh, that's
Do I
good.
need to roll?
Yes, you need to roll. Gaius needs to roll as well.
I rolled 18.
18, nice. Let me write that. Let me get my pen and paper.
Why y'all messing with that dog?
I didn't. It just happened to wake up. Cerris, you're gone. Are you had to roll? Do you have to roll? Or are you gone?
He's
Apparently
gone.
he wasn't gone enough.
I want to
Oh,
start the
yes.
boat.
So warm that boat up.
I'm waiting for this whole thing to start coming down
Oh,
around my ears.
you only have to roll one dice, Saki,
Roll
and
one
then you add your dexterity and
She
your
has a special power. She gets to pick the best of them.
the best one out of that.
Roman instincts.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Kitty cat?
Are you gonna fight Cerberus?
No, I have great charisma. By the way, Strider, I have great charisma. I have one manipulation. I'm not very
the best way
manipulative.
for you to fight him is like, what is that? Vocal
What'd you
combat
get,
or whatever it's
Becca?
called? Social combat? I think you're supposed to sing or something, right?
I didn't make a bard.
What'd you get for your initiative?
What?
Me? Oh, it was like a 4. I think,
4.
for me,
Oh
so-
my
Four?
God.
Wait, hold up.
It's
What's your
slapped, it's
dexterity and
slapped.
wits plus your 4 there?
13.
Oh, dexterity wits plus 4?
Yeah.
That'd be 13.
Okay.
Even if he was there, Cerris Harris wouldn't get this. Like, none of the ledgers that we've seen have been particularly illuminating.
Excuse me, 12.
And this tower is the center of this whole supposed, paradise, whatever endpoint of the afterlife. And it's just a giant fucking 3-headed dog. It's like, why? Why are we
I gotta
here?
be honest.
Like, why are
I
we
don't
still
know
here?
why I did this. As a player, I'm not really sure why I did this, but I just
Just
did
like,
it.
Here we are.
just like,
Yep.
Exactly. That's how this works.
We resolve initiative in reverse order. Gaius, you got the lowest initiative. You tell me what you're doing first.
Kill it instantly, please.
TPK, 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 TPK.
Oh man.
Can't kill what's already dead.
the way forward is shut.
Don't give the storyteller ideas, please. Shut the door right in my face. I'm in here locked in with Cerberus.
As usual, I'm going to stab the one looking at purple.
Right, so you're stabbing. All right. Wildwood, what is the doctor doing?
I feel like I'm just taking it in. I'm just blown away at the situation.
Use the percolator.
I'll prepare the harrower and fix to percolate the head that's going for my man here.
Cerberus will be attempting to bite with all 3 heads, so that's 3 different bite attacks on John Purple.
Okay, is there if one of the heads is more like easily available for me to shoot at? That'll be the one I'm going
Yes, it's
for.
big. Cerberus is big. He
Yeah,
stands
it seems like it'll be easy enough.
feet tall.
I'll go for an eyeball.
Okay. And Nerdwire, what is John Purple going to do?
How tall is this room that we're in?
Oh, infinitely tall. You're in the tower. It just goes up. There's
Cool. I'm going to phantom wings and fly up.
Fire up.
Just
Do it.
like Superman in the new trailer where he's like eyes up here and then just straight to the top. That's what I'm trying to do.
About it.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to spend a willpower to change Cerberus' action because he can no longer reach you,
Okay.
and he is going to rush Team Wildwood.
Let me roll real quick though because I have to roll to do it.
Well, roll it to see if it happens.
Yep. Spend
Yeah,
one.
roll to see
Well,
how much
I
you
roll,
betray me.
and each success grants 1 turn of flight. So I'm spinning my pathos. Which right now I'm maxed out.
I'm totally rooting for this roll. I'll let you know that.
You're rooting against it or for it?
This is coming at me if you succeed on this roll. So yeah.
And then what? Let's see here.
Question. Where's the second set of 3 pairs of eyes come from?
You misunderstood me, Sacker. There was only 3 sets of eyes. 3 sets of 2 eyes.
Just the one Cerberus.
Cerberus.
Thankfully.
Okay. I was
Okay.
right the first time.
I've got 1 turn. Yeah, that's what I was about to tell you. Is I got 1 turn, and I was looking at my options.
Turn of flight. You go up. How far do you move in that 1 turn?
In that 1 turn, I can do it at any speed between stationary hover and my normal jogging speed. So whatever speed. Well, no, wait, we're in the Tempest, so it's double whatever my normal jogging speed is. No, we're not.
No, you're
How
up.
did I use Weather Eye then? Because I have to be in the Tempest to be able to use that too, to be able to get us to move faster on the island.
Oh, that was just my bad then. We'll just say it worked.
Okay.
Now we're fine.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm going to go a normal amount as fast as I can up at my normal jogging speed to the max height that I can go.
Okay, so it's still going to change its willpower, spend its willpower, and rush 14 wild will, but then you are going to fall.
I was just going to say, does that mean you're going to fall that distance?
Mach 0.8.
Is there fall damage? We'll find out.
All right, so Cerberus, spending a willpower, charges the doctor. And he charges, and he's growling, and he runs out of lead. Jaw snapping inches from your face.
Mach 0.8.
You notice that the chain where the chains are connected begins to crack away from the foundation of the tower as it's straining to bite you.
I'm gonna step back in panic.
That puts you back up against the wall or outside the door.
I think that'd be putting me outside the door. I never stepped left or right when we walked in.
That puts you outside.
Stepped just a bit outside the door, and I'm gonna reach for the harrower and try to fire off a shot while I can, while it's so close to me.
All right, dexterity plus firearms. It's not trying to dodge, so you're just hitting it.
So my character doesn't really know why I'm able to wield a gun so well, but my wife's character had lots of training. Apparently.
Dr. Evelyn was secretly going for some firearms training. What was she planning on?
Indeed, yeah. Actually, I didn't roll. I missed 1 dice there, to be fair as well. I didn't roll for the pistol.
Oh my god! It's destined to be a 10.
You hit it.
So I didn't roll again. I'm gonna say, right? I could keep.
Oh, there we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It matters. So roll 8 plus 3.
Oh my god.
8 plus 3. So that is a total of 11. Roll 11.
Roll 11 dice.
11 dice for damage. How many 6s? Reroll the 10.
A lot. Just 1 10?
Oh, both of them.
2 of them.
Okay. Last time I rolled for both of them, I wasn't supposed to. I thought there was some confusion there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 successes. All right, so that's 9 damage. You've just done lethal damage to Cerberus. And now it has to try to soak. What was it, stamina?
I'm gonna look at this pistol like, damn.
It's about to explode.
4, he takes 5 lethal damage as the harrow, bam, goes off. And one of the heads, loses half of it.
Yeah. Get percolated.
Then you took the head. The neck kind of limply falls over with the half head still attached to it, and the rest of the head splattered against the wall. It howls in pain. The other 2 heads howl in pain. And it
First, I can't. It's just
Heracles has nothing on that thing.
Guys,
We be stabbing.
we be
We'd
stabbing.
be I was gonna say.
we always be
Guys
stabbing.
said they were gonna stab.
That's what I expected.
Your dexterity plus melee. Difficulty 6.
Maybe stabbing.
The Harrower is an insane weapon.
It's so good. It is so good.
I would say my character is confident. in the Harrower.
Ooh.
5 successes. He's not
Holy cannoli.
dodge. He lunged completely. So roll your strength plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Damn.
Put that puppy down.
Number.
Fix this.
Ludo's gonna have a hell of a vet bill.
I'm sorry. Strength and what?
Plus 5.
I'm guessing 10 dice. Guessing.
Maybe more. Maybe as many as that first one you rolled. Nice. It was 10.
Roll a 10 at least. You got 1.
Oh, man.
Nice.
The blade almost sinks in, but it kind of just skints off the hard flank of Cerberus or the Cerberus-like creature and barely slices into it, only causing just a thin line of blood to dribble down from its hide. That's a very disappointing roll. Back to the top.
Ma'am.
John Purple, you're about to fall.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do?
As I'm falling,
Do it. Do it.
I am going to stone hand punch him
Yes.
from where I'm falling.
So you're gonna try to aim your body because he's moved.
I don't have to. I can punch him without touching him with stone hand punch.
You can.
Yeah, I can throw the force from a distance from wherever I want.
That would slow your fall too.
So, I'm going to spend my pathos, and then I need to do a regular attack against him, which I guess would be what, strength plus
Dexterity
brawl?
plus brawl.
Dexterity plus brawl.
Is for your damage calculation.
Okay. All right.
How much pathos are you spending to pump into it?
I have to see if it's a success first, and then I can decide to pump pathos into it.
Yep.
Oh man.
It is a success, probably, right?
4,
I
5,
can't
6,
imagine
7.
it's not.
He is going to attempt to dodge this. He's going to Cerberus is going to spend his entire turn dodging because he is hurt.
Okay. So,
No, it's actually going to split its dice pool. It's going to dodge and attack, so it's only going to get half its dice to dodge.
all right. So, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to spend 5 pathos here
Okay.
to add to that
All right.
damage pool.
So so take away 3 of your successes.
Okay.
So add your strength plus 1 for punching plus the extra pathos you spent for your stone hand punch.
Oh no.
I'm gonna use bad luck as the shadow.
No, not this time. You're not. There was no negative consequences for doing that last time. You didn't even try to make a deal with him. You just gamed the system.
I'll make a deal.
this time.
I'll make a deal. I'll make a deal.
Nope, Storyteller saying no this time.
Every time I stonehand punch, I miss.
That move is cursed.
Oh my god.
For real. That is
All right,
pretty
so you
cursed
do
for real.
absolutely no damage. As the force of the blast hits Cerberus and actually pushes it forward, knocking. You don't do any damage to him, but you do enough to push it forward, knocking it further, breaking the chain.
Oh.
Okay.
And then you hit the ground and you take 2 lethal damage.
Oh, only 2? That's way less than I would have taken otherwise. If I'd have stood there and taken it, I'm
TPK,
down.
TPK, TPK.
I want Marvel reactions right now.
I interpose.
Both mouths,
For real.
one going for one arm, one going for the other, looking to T-bone you. To split you like a wishbone.
Hold on. He dodged though, didn't he? Can he do anything? Did he not use his action to dodge my punch?
He splits his roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got half his dice to attack
Yeah, so
with.
one head only gets half its dice pool, the other dice
Okay.
gets dice pool.
Okay.
So the first one, the half a head, not the half a head, the half a pool.
There is a half a head, but it's not doing nothing.
There is. I can't imagine it's doing a lot. Yeah. Trying to howl.
Uh-oh. Oh, there's one exploded.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we're down to three successes on the first bite. Are you attempting to dodge or are you shooting?
Blam blam. Stand your ground, man.
This is a very vital question. Does he dodge?
Is he coming for me?
Oh yeah, one for
Yeah.
you. Both heads are coming for you to wishbone you.
Oh, wishbone me? I thought it was him. Or
No,
him.
he was facing you and you shot his head in the face.
You know, this gun blew my mind the last shot. If it wants to come at me again, I mean, I can only get one of them, but maybe that'll.
I'm asking if it did come at you. Are you
That's
dodging?
what I'm
Are you using your actions to dodge, or are you going to use your action to attack?
attack.
Okay, so you
Shoot
might
it.
not get to attack, depending if it grapples you or not. That's why I'm just,
Okay.
if you want to dodge.
Oh. What? I mean. Okay. Fair enough. I'll try to dodge.
So you're gonna have to split.
The 2 of them coming at me.
2 of them coming at you, so you're gonna have to split your dice pool. Dexterity plus dodge.
Okay.
Half. First one, and you had to beat 3 successes. 3 successes.
Wait. So dodge was I thought dodge wasn't a stat in this game.
Athletics, I'm sorry, I apologize.
Okay. Gotcha. No problem. Just checking here. So
While he's checking that, I think I
So I
did
can only
something
use-
wrong with Stonehand Punch.
half.
You do.
I think I can only spend the amount of pathos to the dots in outrage that I have, which is the system for Stonehand Punch.
That is
So I
correct.
could only spend up to 2, not 5.
do. Yep.
Okay. Can I get that?
Damage regardless. All right.
Yeah.
First, he bites into you with his first head. And
That
he,
first one.
yep. And the second one, he's got his full dice pool to do it.
Okay. So I need to roll my dodge on that with my
Yeah.
other half.
Dodge on that one. Yep.
Oh my god.
You only got 1 success. So how'd you do? You got a success. So
1.
It's the second one.
Yeah.
So you will take damage from the first bite.
Fair.
Can he
Is it latched
soak?
on? Where is it latched on to me too?
Your right arm up by your shoulder.
Okay.
Not your left hand is where you have the harrower.
Okay.
I just assumed you're left-handed for some reason. I don't know why.
Sure. I don't think that's on the character sheet, but I've always wondered what it's like to be left-handed. This will be my chance to live the dream. Or the curse, whatever nightmare it may be. I don't know.
Right. So roll. What's your stamina?
2.
Roll 2. 2 dice. You're looking for 6s. You're trying to soak right now.
Come on, soak it up there, 6s. I got one of those.
Take 5 lethal damage.
Oh, shiz. So is that on my corpus?
That's on your corpus. Yes.
Okay.
How much corpus
Hyped.
do you have left?
5.
5.
That's half your life.
And corpus?
Yeah.
Damn.
It was full. Yeah, probably. I mean,
Yeah, that's correct. 10 corpus. It was full.
I'm right between where the two necks come together.
So you dodged. Now we go to Gaius.
Yes.
For those unaware, Sakura uses text to speech. So that's why I usually go with it's fortuitous that Sakura went last in the initiative.
I'm
Destroy
going
this
to
thing in a
try to
single
stab
hit.
again.
You're going to try to stab again. Fantastic.
Come on.
While she's stabbing, is there anything weird going on with the ground, maybe, since the chain broke?
Not yet.
Okay. This is all happening simultaneously, I see.
It's happened so quickly. Keyword's not even halfway to the village, the marketplace yet.
They're not traveling with us. Where we got that Argo speed going.
Something tells me he's hauling.
He's trying.
I don't
He's
know
going
what
his
it is.
quickness.
Yeah.
He's heard all this going on, and he's like, nope, and keeps
Yep.
going.
Get that full stride run going.
Melee, Sakura.
Monic man.
Hey, you got
Hate
one
you,
success.
Sakura.
He cannot dodge you though. So you get, roll your strength +2.
That's terrible.
That is terrible.
Oh. Not as bad as
Chance
my
that.
stone
Roll-
hand
roll
punch
good on
with the
this
5
one.
extra damage I was trying to add, and then realized, wait, I can't do that.
This is the damage part. This is where you get it. Remember how in the Marvel you
Strength,
had awesome
melee,
rolls?
+2.
Move
Yeah,
your
right.
Curse over to Z.
No, not strength
Do
plus
it again.
melee +2. Strength +2 for damage. I think that's too many dice. It's only your strength +2, not strength plus melee +2.
Mm.
So 7 dice.
Hey, it's good to get a reroll on that anyway, because one of those 9s got erased, so.
That's much.
That's a much
That's
better
a much
roll.
better roll.
There you go.
Ow, I elbowed my
Nice.
Wii U.
All right. Okay, so try to soak that. That's going to be difficult.
Sentences no one ever thought would be said on any stream. Ow, I elbowed my Wii U.
So it was just such a goofy thing to hear because of the Wii U part.
Stop sucking off my friend.
All right, Sakura,
Oh,
as you
I'll never
slide
get a chance to do that again.
through its ribs, between its ribs, you do 4 lethal damage as a hot blood, and I mean actual blood, not corpus, sprays out onto your face. But it's
And
still
it's hot.
active. It's still allowed. It's still alive. Purple.
Well, clearly Stonehand punching it has done me no good. Nor has
do
it
it
done me
again.
any good on anyone. You want me to
I'll
try
leave it
again?
purple.
I yell
I'm
over
Again.
at the halls. You want me to go again? All right.
Punch this bastard.
Here we go. All right, I'm going to spin my pathos.
You need a good one before we finish the whole chronicle.
For real, Jesus.
Stone punch
Where's
this thing off
okay.
the tower.
All right, this was...
Punch him once in the ribs and kill him. Take
Yeah.
a page out of Kenneric's book.
This was the roll. There we go. There's the first roll.
Yes.
Shoot.
Respectable. Respectable.
1, 2, 3.
Time out. You have a dexterity plus melee brawl of 10.
No, wrong roll. My apologies.
Damn it.
Sorry, I was looking in the history for the right roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just gonna do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Burst power, would this apply? That's a specialty in my strength.
Sure.
This is a burst power moment. Okay, here we go.
First.
There we go. Oh no.
We roll those 2 10s. No,
No,
2 10s. You had 2 9s.
no.
Yep, unfortunately. So now he's not trying to dodge you. So roll your strength
hmm
plus 1 plus the pathos you spent.
And then I'll 2 pathos
Yep,
because that's what I'm supposed to spend.
exactly. Yep.
Reroll the 10.
Yep.
Please be good.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah. Why did that roll? The first one was what I rolled. I don't know why the second one rolled,
All right.
but it's fine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you do 2. You do 2 as you slam your fist into it. It and kind of shimmers, not shimmers, shimmies, and stumbles and turns. It lets go of the doctor, but it drops him.
Yes.
It turns and
I saved you.
and both heads bite you at full.
No. I am the hero. I yell out at it.
It is suffering wound penalties at this point, so we'll take a -3 to all dice pools. So the first head bites you, or bites
My
at you.
hands are up like this, going, yes! Oh no! Still
Oh,
still at -3?
still at -3.
Even- Oh, using those damn
Oh no!
cave sharks. And...
Yes! I'm screaming. Still
I
yet?
think Cerberus enraged. I think you hit the rage timer.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes. So it's its strength +3 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Mm-hmm. Yeah!
Just keep winning, John Purple.
That's
Enjoy
all I
while the
do is
storytelling is
win.
good. No,
That's all I do is
Damn!
win.
Look at that.
Look at all those ones. It's all I do is win.
Still did 4.
Still did 4, so roll your stamina.
All right.
A 3 corpus damage.
Oh, my body, but yeah.
And that was right.
Okay, I forgot there's more coming.
Bite. He grabs you by the right shoulder. The next one attempts to bite you by the left hip. Okay, 3 successes.
Okay.
If it's all the same, Cerris Harris being here wouldn't have made a damn difference.
Oh my.
Oh,
Oh
reroll that
my.
10. Reroll that 10. Why couldn't you bet a 1?
Okay. Roll your stamina to see if you can soak.
Nice.
Take more lethal corpus damage.
I'm okay. Jesus.
Doctor.
Yes. So it just swung away from me towards him now.
Just swung away from you toward Nerdwire, toward John Purple, has gripped him. He's holding him in the air. One head holding him by the hip, the other head holding him by the shoulder, and it's shaking.
And my left
safe to
arm,
say
and
that
I'm
there's
still going,
there's a
yeah.
neck.
Shoot it in the dog
Neck
butthole.
Very visible to me right now.
What was that again? I'm sorry.
So I imagine that means there's like a neck very visible to me
Yeah.
right now. Whichever was the closest heads that turn away.
Yes.
I'm going to just get as close as I can with the harrower and just try to blast it right in the neck.
All right. Give me your dexterity plus firearms check. Difficulty 6.
I'm going to remember my pistol specialty. That's an extra dice, right?
That lets you reroll 10s.
Oh, okay. So I guess I did roll correctly the previous time. I roll correctly this time as well.
Ooh.
Oh gosh.
Oh my.
3
Woof.
1.
or 2.
1. You got a 1 in there.
Yeah, he has.
Oh, it's
Oh wait,
true.
it was 6, difficulty 6. Yeah, 1.
So roll your gun strength. So it's going to be 1 plus 1, so 2 damage. No, 3
You
damage.
just rolled.
4 damage total. Roll 4 dice.
1.
1. 1. Can it soak it?
This gun doesn't always work just as good as each time.
No, it cannot.
It soaks it, just barely.
The 2 ones.
And
Instead of being a bullet,
Oh,
it's like
6,
a
right.
rod that sticks out and a flag unfurls and
Yeah,
it says bang
it
on
says
it.
Yeah, I told you, you should have shot it in the butthole instead of the neck.
The flag would have been more effective in that sense. That is how you get dogs to drop things. To be fair, that's exactly how you apparently, if you really, really need to get a dog to drop something, that is the
Oh man. I'm gonna bite it back on my turn. Show you. Bad dog.
Nice. Go for the booty hole.
Stab it in the butthole.
It's a weak point.
Drop him. It's a bad dog. Drop the purple.
This is all my fault. Oh my god.
If I was there, I wouldn't argue with you.
I legit don't know why I went for this book, but I did it.
right, I'm wondering why you went for the book too. But what is Gaius doing, Sakura?
She's out there.
Let's try to go for something vital.
Vital, you got it. Give me a dexterity
Vital.
plus melee check.
It's the THCA shit.
Real glad we took that rest period between last session and this session, by the way, because I would have been dead.
They have to get. That's really difficult. So you get your but you're really
Oh my god. Okay. So Gaius, as you go to swing for something vital, you actually trip on the completely smooth surface of the obsidian ground. It's a little slippery for you actually, and you spill onto the floor, weapon dropping out of your hand as it clangs away from the ground. As you land and you just sort of land and catch yourself before you smash your face into the ground. It's embarrassing, but it happens from time to time. Purple, you are being torn apart. How much damage have you taken?
A lot. 7 out of 10.
Oh shit.
Just listen to how he's screaming. That's how much damage he's taking.
I am a hero! Just screaming.
Ironically, I think I'm the most useless in this fight.
I don't know about that.
Cerris, real quick, I was just going to say, Cerris recognizing that nobody has followed him yet, actually, like, made his way back. He's like, where the hell are these guys? Did they, like, literally, are they messing with this dog still? Like, really?
Really, I would.
Oh,
yes, it's a fair question.
Purple, what are you doing?
I'll tell you what I do. Hang on one second. Let me look at this page real quick. Make sure. I am. Can I assume the shell of the chain to get out of the grip of this dog?
The chain is made of soul steel. You cannot inhabit it.
What about his collar?
No,
Has
because
he got a collar?
it's in the skin lands.
Shoot. Okay. All right. Wait a second. Skinlands.
They're not near
Skin.
You're so far away from the skin lands you can't cross over.
Right.
Right.
One moment. Let me keep looking here. Hang on.
Keep looking.
I'm looking at my options.
You're preparing to lawyer with God.
Right? Can I ask for a quick recess? I'm kidding.
What about Gaia's sword?
Honestly, I think you should stonehead punch it again myself, but
Do it super heroically.
I mean, let's go for it. Let's go for it. What's the worst that could happen?
Be the hero.
John
You wanted to be the hero.
dies? Come on
Right.
now. All right. So
Dies
I'm
at
going
the
to
end.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spin my pathos to be able to do this, and I raise my fist like double fisted, like gripped, like club hand style above my head as I'm being gripped on the shoulder area and in the waist. And I'm going to do my roll here.
He's doing the double fist in Star Trek. That's like
It's burst
Give me your-
power.
nice. I think that's
Give me your
extra
war
dice.
face. Give me your war face, John Purple. There you go. There you go.
All right.
John Purple
Let me
pulling out
reroll
the
that 10.
stops.
There we go. Okay.
5.
successes. So strength +1 +5. Plus the pathos you spent, obviously.
Yep. What happens if I spend all my pathos?
If you run out of pathos, you become listless. It's not good.
Okay, I spend one pathos. I'm gonna hold on to this last one then. All right. Are we ready?
Oh, you're out of pathos. It's not good. Excellent. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, listen, all I've got to do is expose somebody to some comics. Let me be specific of what I'm exposing people to. So, all right. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Warface!
Oh wow.
Reroll that.
Yeah! Yeah!
Roll it.
Yeah!
Yes.
5.
Oh,
Let's go! And I'll come down on his on whatever head is the most pertinent for me to hit.
okay. Dude.
Yes.
All right. As you come down on its head, the body shudders and it kind of one leg gives out, then it shakes, then another leg gives out, and then it falls to the ground. It stops breathing, stops moving.
Oh my god.
As the head that you have hit is crushed before you. Ruined.
I am the hero! Here's my
Oh, that
question,
big sigh.
Storyteller,
The
real
holster
quick.
of the gun.
Okay. So I have now fully acquired whatever this book is.
Yes, you have.
Does that give me more pathos, right?
No, it does not.
What? It's part of acquiring material things. It's one of my passions.
It's one of your passions to acquire material things.
Yes.
And this is a material.
It's my biggest passion.
Come on.
All right. Let's see how much pathos you get back. All right, pathos. You're fine. Your passions, okay. Passions.
Negotiate with God.
You gotta sometimes.
Get some from comics then too.
All right.
I
You got a
see
clutch
that-
of comics.
That refilled me earlier. That's how I had 10 pathos going into that fight. So, because I did not have 10 pathos going until I acquired as much as I did.
Yeah.
Because I got comics and I introduced you guys to them.
Roll your passion. Roll your dice for that passion.
It's my biggest one. 2, 1, 1.
One. Gain one passion.
Okay,
One
that's
passion.
fine. Totally fine.
All right. Gaius, you can pick up your sword. The Cerberus is dead. But the chains, you notice, begin to break. The first one snaps.
Mm-mm.
Takes part of the
Look
tower.
around. Oh.
And these are huge and taut. And it snaps at the top and breaks and whips through the tower, destroying a portion of it. You're gonna need to run out of this building.
This is why I asked for it. I needed the pathos to be able to activate my wings again.
We need to go now.
Agreed.
All right.
I'm assuming I'm still quite close to the door.
Yes, you're still quite close to the door. Yes.
That's my exit then.
Wings activate. Spin my one pathos I just got.
Let's go!
I get 2 turns of flight.
2 turns of flight. Yes.
All right. And I out.
All right. Okay.
Can I grab some people on the way out?
Take one person with you.
Okay, I grab my great protector, Jake Hyde, and I'm like with my wings above him.
Excellent. As you speed out of the tower, you see the first chain holding the island aloft the Tempest.
Good thing I do cardio.
I'll come back for you. I'm just booking it for the elevator.
Booking it for the elevator, you noted the elevator. Cerris, when you went back to the tower, correct?
Yeah, I started making my way back to see if them coming.
All right, you see John Purple, because it didn't take that really as long as it took us to do that. You see Purple flying out carrying the doctor, and Gaius running behind them as one of the giant, and you hear it before you see it. One of the giant chains snaps and takes part of the tower with it.
Not my fault!
Okay, I turned on my heels and I start booking it.
Maiden Rue, Asher, and Slick Jonah are running with you. Asher's like, oh no. Not again. As you get to the elevator, there's commotion. There's about at least 30 people 30 ghosts, blocked mouths surrounding the elevator, all trying to get on it to escape.
I'm gonna say, yell if you want on the elevator. No, that should take care of any of the lock guys getting on.
What does Purple do? There's all these people here trying to get off the island, backing up the elevator. And you hear a groaning. You hear a groaning as another chain snaps.
John's kind of frozen as he's arrived, but he's John doesn't want any more hitchhikers, but he also doesn't want to watch a bunch of people just get dropped into the Tempest. He wants to be the hero. Oh man.
Not all at once they begin to break, but in sequence, like the tolling of bells at a forgotten funeral.
We can't fit this many on the elevator. Some people are going to die anyway. We were all packed on it before.
Thorsward begins.
My only interest is to be on the first trip.
I am going to fly Jake down. I'm going to fly him down.
Okay.
Drop him off on the boat.
Yes.
I have another turn to come back up. I am choosing to protect the weak. Can I roll to gain more pathos?
You can roll your passion.
Okay, thank you. Come on. Okay, I got another pathos.
But that bad luck from earlier is now in effect.
Okay, so let me re-roll that. Never mind, I don't gain another pathos. Hang on, let me re-roll that. I gain another pathos still. Okay.
Pathos, yes.
Ooh. How heavy are these people?
As heavy as normal people.
How many people can fit on the elevator?
Probably, without falling off, maybe 10.
How many are here? 30?
At least 30, yes. 30 plus Jonah, Asher, Maiden Rue, Gaius, and you. And Cerris Harris.
How many turns does it take to fall all the way down to the boat?
You don't want to do that. That I took 2 damage and all I did was barely fly up. That's a long fall.
I catch up about now.
Yes.
I yell out at the lock faces. I'm going to take as many of you as I can. Who wants to go?
That causes. Hold on, I want to see what the. Give me a wits plus persuasion check. No, a
Can it be
manipulation.
Can it be charisma?
Cannot be charisma.
Manipulation and wits?
And persuasion.
Manipulation and persuasion. God.
Let her rip.
1 success.
You got what? You do not cause a panic, but you get a lot of murmur. You don't hear any murmurs because their faces are locked and bleeding from the
I was
lock.
about to be like,
But they are.
John's heart's kind of breaking. He will not be able to live with himself if he lets these people go to their doom. I've got to get Asher. I've got to get Maiden Rue. I've got to get Gaius. I've got to get Cerris Harris on this elevator.
Can
How
I
difficult
slide
is
down
it to get them on there?
Well, Jonas actually takes a running leap off the island, sprouts some wings, and flies down to the boat.
Mans can fly too? Okay. All right. Perfect. Good. So
As I see him jumping, sprouting wings, Jonas,
jump
I
on
saved
him?
you from the drink. You better save me from this one.
just jump onto him. Roll for it.
Well, I don't want to risk that one.
I'll save you. I'm still flying. I have another turn.
Swings back around and he goes, "I owe you one," and he takes you. He takes Cerris Harris back down to the ship.
How difficult is it to push Gaius, Asher, and Maiden Rue onto the elevator through these people?
Oh, you're
They're priority number
Okay,
1 right now.
I'm back.
okay. Sakura's back. How difficult would it be to push Gaius and Maiden Rue to the front of the line?
And Asher.
And Asher? Ooh. Give me
My boat, my rules.
your boat, your rules. Give me a strength plus athletics roll to push them to the front. And see if
I was
they
gonna say, what about Asher just straight
Diaz
up
could
pushing
do a lot
forward?
of that himself.
Wouldn't they avoid him?
2.
Well, you get them to the front, but the elevator's on its way down. And another chain. With 10 people on it. 10 lock faces.
Jump on top of the elevator.
How far down is it?
It's about 15 feet.
Go. I yelled at Gaius. I yelled at Asher. I yelled at Maiden Rue.
Maiden Rue just sort of sighs and just falls off.
Just
go limp.
And she lands on
There's one.
and she gets caught by some of the people on the elevator. Gaius, do you jump down?
Gaius wants to do some sick chain slide.
Gaius did want to do some sick chain slides. Can he do it?
He can try a chain slide if he wants. That'd be interesting.
Get it. Damn right it. That's what I'm thinking.
That would be a dexterity plus athletics check. I'm gonna
Oh,
say
you're dexterous
Chain
and
slide.
athletic.
Chain slide.
In all caps, chain slide.
8 for a chain slide.
Oh man. Is there like a Marvel help another person in this?
No, there isn't.
No.
As a matter of fact, it's called bad luck, and you actually actively hate your other players.
That's fair. That's fair.
Come on over, everybody. The pool is warm. The hot tub is nice.
There's a hot tub?
There's a hot tub.
Deck sand.
Dex athletics.
If it's a hot tub, why is the pool warm?
It's the greatest hot tub ever.
The hot tub time machine.
Oh. Back on board.
Hot tub dimension machine.
That would be handy.
Hot tub time machine was werewolf. We're in hot tub dimension machine now.
Yep, Dex and athletics. You roll that.
Oh, she got a 1. Can it erase?
Oh, yeah, it did erase. It's still got 1 success.
Yeah.
Difficulty 8 roll. So it's not pretty, but it happens.
Oh,
Guys jumps onto one of the chains, and as it begins to break, he slides down, being chased by the broken links that are falling behind him. But he makes it down to the ship. That just leaves Asher.
I don't really like him. I could just leave him.
Could leave Asher.
What do you want, Asher?
Is that what you ask Asher? ASR,
Yeah.
what he wants?
Yeah.
An interesting time for you to ask me such a question, Mr. Purple.
Good time.
What I want. I've told you. Wish to return. I've been trapped in the Shadowlands for far too long. I have revenge on my mind.
This is about as close to returning as I think we're going to get right now.
I think you're underestimating your own abilities, Mr. Purple.
I think you're overestimating my abilities, Mr. Vamp Man.
The Necromancer just steps off the edge and launches himself off into the elevator and is caught by Maiden Rue and the others on the elevator, leaving at least 20 people up there with you. The elevator comes to the ground and let the people get off, and they run toward the ship. The rest of you who are at the ship see these lock-faced individuals running toward the Black Veil, running up the gangway as the elevator goes back up. Are you patient, Purple? Do you wait with these unfortunate wretches as the island begins to tilt?
I do.
You gotta wait for Shadow, man. You gotta wait for Shadow to show up.
You look at the book while you're waiting. You've had this book that you risked everything. You may have actually been.
Why did I get this? Why did I get this
That
book?
book, dude. That book.
Falling into Tempest by taking this book.
I might as well figure out why the heck I took it. So I just am like, I flip it open, hoping it's a tome of answers to what's going on here at least. What do I find?
As you flip through the book, it's many, many illuminated pages. And when you flip directly to the middle and you open it, you see a picture of yourself.
Looking at the book.
In your shop. A still image of you in your shop, stylized, hand-drawn. Illuminated caption in a language you don't understand. And as you flip through the pages, you see different parts of your life. Out of order, out of context. Sad moments. Every betrayal. Every rejection. Every time you built the courage to approach the woman of your dreams that week.
Does he see Mom saying she loves him?
Oh, no. No, not at all.
Kind of disgusted by what I see in here. This for that?
I also need you to check because you've been in a situation. You didn't have a backpack with you.
No.
But you have a book. I want you to make an intelligence plus investigation check to realize something.
Did you forget his comic books?
A copy of The Secret War. You don't have them.
By any magical means, do I not have them, or did I drop them?
Them in your fight with Cerberus.
Going back? I'm going back.
To the top.
Going
It's
back.
just falling out of the
Oh,
sky.
I have wings. The rest of these people don't. We'll figure it out when we get there.
Yeah, we're all getting to the boat. You're
You guys
Don't
are
go
fine. I
that
can
one.
fly. I'll be down there. I promise.
Red Bull gives you pathos.
guys, this remind me of Star-Lord going for his Walkman. Then he has to catch up to the plane afterwards.
Yes.
Well, you head back. You sprout your wings to do it?
All of our parted
Yeah,
down
I go
safe
ahead and I sprout my
otherwise.
wings to do it, and I need to spend one pathos because I can, because I can afford it. Thank goodness for all the negotiation. All right, it's my Argos plus. What was it again? Not inhabit. Not Stonehand Punch. What page is that on? Hang on, sorry. I'm still trying to remember all these pages. Page 152. Wits and Argos. All right, so 2, 4. Please be good, please be good, please be good. 2, 1. 1 turn of flight.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
I still have the 1 turn I've got. So I've got 1 turn to go and 1 turn to come back because I haven't went anywhere yet after I dropped off the halls.
Okay, so as you make your return to the tower, blinding speed over the obsidian landscape, the island tilts more.
I'm holding on to the book that I've got that I don't know that I actually want really tightly. Let me be clear.
Now you're holding on to it. As you get back to the tower, you notice that the Cerberus's body has been moved. Slidden on because the tower is nearly parallel now. The island's about to fall. There you see them scattered all over your books, your precious comics. You gave up a memory for them. You don't even know what memory you gave up, but there's your precious comic books. Give me dexterity plus athletics check, difficulty 7, to dodge incoming debris.
Dexterity plus athletics.
Yes,
And this I've got especially in dodging.
that's fine.
Let me reroll that 10.
Yes, go ahead.
Oh no. Dang it, man.
1.
1 success.
I don't need a hunger dice in there. Success. You do not dodge out of the way as a long piece of debris lands on you, knocking you to the ground. Not trying, but take 3 lethal. Now roll roll your stamina to see if you soak it.
If you can make it back, I can heal you.
Roll that 10.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes, you
There you
soaked
go.
it all.
Okay. Whoo.
Now you can spend some time collecting your books.
Okay. I snatch up a couple of the books that are strewn about as much as I can. That are strewn about at this point on the sides of the walls of the building, the tower there that's turned completely parallel with the Tempest. And I turn back. Both arms, one clutching the tome that I've taken from Cerberus. I grabbed all 12 issues of Secret Wars, the original run, and I bolt back toward the elevator. Has it arrived back yet?
On its way down.
Perfect. How
You got
far
your
down?
comics. Do you get more pathos for that?
No.
That's a good point. I recollected things that I had already had, though. I can't negotiate that. How far down is it?
60 feet.
I can't survive this jump. Maybe I can. I've got everything I ever wanted.
Got everything you ever wanted. Friends, comics.
Slick Jonas, will you go get the esteemed
It's
Mr.
my
Purple,
time
please?
to
I
go.
feel
It's
that he
my
might be in a
time to
pickle.
go.
If he wouldn't mind flying up and gathering his poor sorry self. I know he had to go back for those books.
I'm
Pulp
laying
comics,
there
whatever he called them.
As you say
with my
that,
books.
the final chain snaps. The island tilts and topples.
Cerris,
Falls from the sky. Holding
take
on
care of
as she's falling
my books.
and drifting, falling toward the Tempest. And you hear a sigh behind you, Cerris. Fine. And Slick Jonah lifts off, grows his Argus wings. Let's see how long he can last for.
0 turns, he misses. He botches. Oh man.
Oh,
Oh man, so much better than mine.
yours. He flies up and he grabs onto you by the back of your neck.
Oh my god, my neck's not supposed to stretch like that.
I'm not a cannon, I'm a hero!
As you're driving, he goes, I should drop you in the Tempest right now.
Wouldn't get the boat, bitch.
You want
I already told Cerris he could have it.
Doesn't work like that.
I have to bequeath it.
No, you're wrong.
You keep telling me that, you con man.
You're not great.
I'm better. I'm a hero.
Okay, hero. He drops you on the deck.
I thought you were going to say he dropped you in the Tempest. I was like, ah!
You don't know you're on the deck. He drops you get off it.
Yeah, I scream. Ah!
As you land on the deck, the island finally crashes into the Tempest, sinking, creating a massive wave that lifts the black veil and pushes it deep, deep, deep away from where it was moored. And the island sinks. And around you, 30 locks open.
Oh.
And they all begin to scream in unison.
Pain or joy?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
And that is where we're going
I'll get the dingy.
Oh, I'll get the dingy. Game tonight.
Did Asher make it down?
That was insane. That was great.
Down, yes, everybody made it.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
That was a line of really poor choices made by John over and over and over again, and I apologize to my party.
Hey, somehow it worked. You got all your books and comics.
We got everything
on
we
the
could have
boat.
ever wanted. 30 new friends.
We destroyed this.
We have a crew for our boat.
I remember Cerris Harris saying, it's going to come down, but not today. 30 minutes later, this whole place is coming down.
Yeah, we destroyed a false heaven, a false paradise.
Guys,
I say
Wraith
I
is-
say we.
Thanks, John.
Wraith has never been the easiest sell, but it's been one of the richest stories I've told. We'll be closing out in 2 weeks, and I hope you'll join me at the edge of the far shore. And after that, we got something new that's going to begin. We have Avatar, the Groovy Age. It's going to be a lot of fun. I want to tonight's game with our normal ritual. I'm giving 4 XP for the evening. Not that XP matters in such a short chronicle.
I'll take it.
But we will be beginning Avatar shortly. So let's start.
Sick.
We're gonna go counterclockwise, starting with Nerdwire. I'm gonna ask you what you liked, what you didn't like, your favorite scene, favorite role play. And last time I asked you why Wraith was your favorite. Next, I want you to tell me what your favorite tabletop role playing game is.
Okay. So I'll tell you what. I'll start with my what I liked. I actually liked how much back and forth you and I had on the negotiation during in game over what constitutes justifying me getting pathos. And it wasn't because I got what I wanted, but it was because it felt like a real back and forth between storyteller and player, and both of us wanting an adequate outcome where it's clear, like, you have things that you want to achieve, even if that does come at the cost of John's head. Like, he deserved it. He was an idiot the entire game tonight. But you allowed me as a player to kind of have that back and forth and justify my stance on why I need this, why I deserve this, and how I can get this. And I really appreciated that openness and that ability to create a good communication. It was just a good player storyteller environment. I feel like that I don't know that everybody gets the chance to have. What I didn't like tonight, I had a really hard time paying attention at the very beginning of game, partly because my kiddos, I'm solo dadding it, and that's more of a me thing. There wasn't anything going on here, but I had a really hard time paying attention tonight. So there was some portions at the very beginning where I was like, oh, can we recount details? And I don't like doing that. That is frustrating to me because then you have to retell me the stuff that you just told me. So that is something I didn't like. As far as my my favorite role play, I actually really liked the way that you played Slick Jonah when he was explaining the islands and how he's been to 3 of them in the past. And like the just nonchalantness, casualness, that was probably, I've heard you do several characters, and that was probably the one of the best acted characters I think that I've seen you do, where he felt real, like it was a real casual conversation. It wasn't something you were trying to work up or a character you were working toward. Like it was a real response. It felt like we were playing with a player and not a storyteller at that very moment. And then favorite TTRPG? Jesus, I've only played 3. So like it's really hard. It's really hard for me to pick one. I really like Werewolf because I got super attached to my character. I'm enjoying Wraith because there's a lot of freedom in expression for me. Like I can kind of just like, this is a lot less constrained to reality than Werewolf was. So if I can dream it, in most cases I can do it. Not to quote John Heder, but if I can dream it, I can do it. Or Walt Disney, whoever you want to believe came up with that quote first. But I also really like Marvel because I like Marvel. But like I really liked Werewolf. I like this. I like Marvel, all for various different reasons.
Fantastic. Excellent. Going counterclockwise, that brings us to Team Wildwood.
Oh, yeah, surprisingly similar things as far as this goes today. It was amazingly good time, and I would definitely say my favorite moment would probably have to be that we're this far in now, and the creation of the harrower and all that was such a long process and part of the character creation, but this is the first time I got to shoot it.
That's what I was about to say. Evelyn has shot it like 5 or 6 times, and Jake's never pulled the trigger.
I finally pulled the trigger, and that's why I was even like, holy shit, this thing rocks. Like, that's the first time I got to shoot it. It was such an insane, that first shot I did was amazingly good roll. So that was awesome. It was really cool to have it really go off like that for me. And I really thought that was awesome. And yeah, kind of similar. It wasn't a kid distraction thing, but this test of playing two people playing one character with my wife. It as the story gets thicker and thicker every time I step back in or even trade off at the halfway point on a session. It's that there's that much more that I don't know about. And while it's cool and easy to role play because I'm just confused and there's that much stuff I don't know about, I didn't realize how much I don't like not knowing what's going on in a TTRPG that I'm playing in. It's kind of weird, and I never thought about it even when we were playing it too. That like, yeah, it's going to be real to the character that I won't have that knowledge, but I didn't realize how much to like the player myself not having that knowledge too. And I do try to catch it, but one of us puts the kid down during this thing, so the trade-off point, we always miss a huge chunk. And it's really weird coming back to it. It's been a cool test, but I think I can safely say I don't know if I would do it again. I like to have the whole story for sure. And if I had to say what my favorite TTRPG would be, I think out of all of them that I played, it would be somewhere between Werewolf and Marvel. I think the Marvel system has really impressed me as well, and I've had a lot of fun with Marvel. And I think the like possibilities with Marvel are pretty damn endless, which is really cool. But then Werewolf, gosh, just what a thing Werewolf is. Good golly. I do love me some Werewolf a lot. And this Wraith has been very cool too, but of the World of Darkness games, I think I still definitely my heart and soul to Werewolf.
Awesome. Oh, you didn't tell us what your favorite role play was, though.
My favorite role play. Oh gosh. Gosh, I'm trying to think of what we did at the at the shop, but it was like the none of the people were speaking there. Everyone had their faces locked up, and I was trying to just catch up on the story. Like I said at the start, when a lot of the role playing was happening, I didn't know what was going on, and I was just trying to like soak it up. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank on that one.
It makes sense. It's all right, man. It's okay.
Yeah.
Sarah,
Again, that's part of like the whole thing of stepping in weirdly like that. It's like, yeah, it has me all spun around a bit when I'm trying to just get bearings on what's going on, which is unusual. Yeah.
I really like this perspective of this because I think that Jake kind of comes in with a bit of confidence that I think what you're communicating right now, Jake should have. He should be confused about where he's at, but like you're walking into it with confidence because you're trying to play the game, right? Like you're trying to. But I like this side of it, like hearing where am I? What am I doing? I don't remember what happened. That uncertainty would be cool to see channeled through Jake. I think. I think you have probably the coolest character that I've seen, period, out of any TTRPG. Because of that, where it's like you guys are playing this and neither of you know what the other is doing a lot of times. That's so cool.
For those who don't know, Dr. Jake Hall and Evelyn Hydehall are a married couple and they died. And now it is 2 psyches, 1 shadow. They're not sure what happened. I know what happened and they're going to find out and it's going to be tragic. But there's 2, 1 shadow, and they switch off to play the character. It's a lot of fun.
It's great that it's creating issues that are pertinent to the story too by affecting the players. Yeah. It's very interesting.
Yeah, and I didn't expect that. I totally thought of it from the perspective of the character, but I never thought about it from the perspective of the player myself.
I like it. I think
awesome. You imagined that you would have time to go back and review each of you what the respective other has done. But
And we talked about that too. It's like, do we want to explain it to each other when we started this? And it was like, no, we'll just, if the other one's not there, the other one's not there. So we've been kind of playing it like that. But then again, too, we do both. I can't not watch the show. So while I'm not messing with the kid and I do have the opportunity to watch it, I do. So that's why I'm always like, oh, I have bits and pieces of this. Some of this sounds familiar, but I've been hitting the head with a pool noodle while I was trying to pay attention.
Keyword Savior, your turn.
I really enjoyed that you kept giving John opportunities to make bad decisions. I think that's my favorite part, is where it's like, here's this thing. Do you touch it? Do you touch it? Do you touch it? That was fun. I liked that. I think kind of this episode was just, Cerris Harris is really establishing that he is supremely interested in this whole existence on this side of the veil. But this whole idea of an endpoint, it's like he'll sake his curiosity, but beyond that, he's just like, okay, no, this isn't answering the questions I want. Are we done here yet? Wait, there's a giant dog. Why the hell are you going to mess with the giant dog? Who cares? There's nothing here. So it wasn't a strong episode for Cerris, but again, it's not like he would have been very useful during that fight, except maybe healing up, patching up John's bad decisions with some corpus band-aids. But I don't know. I guess the only thing I could say I didn't like is just it'd be more of a frustration for Oh, thank you, Brooke. Yeah. I think Cerris has a good interaction with Slick Jonah. So I did enjoy that too. And I like that he did actually come and pick me up, because it's like, hey, I picked you up out of the drink, man.
That was cool.
I think the only thing that I could say I didn't like is just that the fact that everybody on the island had a lock for a mouth. There was nobody to interact with. It was it's very much like playing the game Myst. It's like, so you just poke at this. What does that do? I guess it does something. I don't know what it does, but I'm just going to go over here. And what does that do? And, okay.
That's valid. That's very valid. I see that as that can be problematic a little bit. Yep.
It's fine. It's very interesting. Cool. Everybody else said, the whole premise of it is supremely interesting, and it's an entirely different game. And as for the last question, it's like, again, much like what the guys already said, it's like, Wraith is interesting because it's the catharsis. It's delving into the inner motivations of people, and then going through their death and how that affects their psyche on the other side as they discover there's another side. Vampire is amazing because it gives you that serious drama of either interpersonal stuff or politics. And there is some combat, but it's really nowhere near the emphasis. And then Marvel is just freaking fun because it's just silly comic book action. And if you want to beat up 20 guys, you got 2 people, 3 people, you just have a blast beating up, a bunch of people. So it's just, I think the favorite TTRPG is the one I'm playing with you guys. Honestly.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right.
So
that
I hope we gave Sakura plenty of time to type.
Sakura, you're up.
It does.
I've already found our raid target for tonight, so we're all set.
Plenty of time. I like that I get to sleep soon. Or attempt to at least. Huzzah. Seriously, though, Herbal's obsession with the comics was hilarious and sad. What I didn't like, my sleeplessness, my technical difficulties. Nothing with the game. Had a great time.
Oh, Sakura, I love having you as a player. It's fantastic. You do a great job. Gaius is great. I want to tell everybody, all these characters.
There's more.
Oh, there's more.
I like that we had a voice change suddenly.
Yeah, me too.
To actual Sakura.
That's the
it's
best.
Oh, gotta come out of character. Hang on.
Favorite TTRPG is so hard to choose. 3.5 is my old standby, but I've not played for years. And there's so many other options. Pathfinder is wonderful.
Excellent.
Played some good 3.5
Starfinder G is rules parity to PFT, and I always preferred Civi. I've played so much 5e in recent years. I had some Star Wars from Fantasy Flight, which I adored, caused Star Wars, and I got to play OG Saki. I just love tabletops. I literally cannot choose.
That's a good place to be in when you have so depth of choice.
Yeah.
That's a great place to be in. All right.
Someday when I'm 80.
Cool. Star Wars was the original Saki.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting closer to
Please
Monday,
don't.
and that means Candle in the Mead Hall, our prestige game, our fun, our top of the line, great game. Not that Wraith isn't.
Sacre came from Star Wars Galaxies.
Not to say that this is not
Nice.
a prestige game, but I'm pouring so much effort into the Saxon Age vampires that I cannot wait for Monday. And we are going to be back at this next Saturday for the first part of the finale. There's a thing we didn't get to tonight. So we're going to have to get to it right away when we get to when we cover up the next game. But I'm going to get this raid going, everyone. Thank you for all stopping by. Remember, I said 4XP, correct?
Yep.
12? Oh, okay.
Total total of what was that? 17 experience that's been given since we started? Yeah, 17.
That's
Since
why
we
I
started.
17.
13 for Cerris.
Stick around for the raid and throw a follow because it's a great group of people we're raiding. All right.
Marvel on Wednesday too,
Yes.
where Zed gets to
there, guys.
play, and Keywork will be there, debuting
We're
a
all
brand new hero known as Stranglevine. It'll be a good time.
All right. I will
Hell
see
yeah.
you guys later. Thank you.